here and get this party started.
Hooray.
I completely forgot we. Oh no, I'm a clown. I didn't post the
How
link.
big of a clown?
I didn't post the link. I posted the fucking.
Posted cringe.
I posted the fucking title, not the link. Okay. Post this in some other places. Comic discussion.
I'm just playing TF2 right now.
You play TF2? Why didn't you tell me, dude? I want to play TF2 with you.
I'm a long-time trader.
A
My
what?
backpack will make you cry.
Oh. Let's see. So tonight's the big one. We're live right now, by the way.
Hello.
Sorry. Wait, what is going on? Someone's schizo posting in the trash thread. I wonder if it's who.
I mean, it is 4chan.
I
and it is his fandom.
I think I told you my reasons why I kicked him from the I didn't tell you, but I said in chat in the 4.0, I was like, if he's gonna be like stalking people and trying to find their personal information, he's not gonna be in this group. That's just really creepy.
Oh, no. That is very bad, yeah.
Yeah, especially since we have a lot of minors. I'm like, yeah, you're gone. He's like, why did you kick me? I didn't do anything. I'm like, no, you did. Why isn't this working? Not working it is. Should be.
I guess I will put up onto it.
Why is
Well, for the pre-show, I guess we can talk about the last thing I read.
Oh yeah, you read Eternal Flame. I didn't get a chance to read your. So do you understand the pain?
I understood it long ago. I knew, but Jesus, I did not realize that she was gonna pull that kind of shit. I was ready to not give a fuck.
Dude.
But I hate it. I hate it because it's the thing I've been saying since day one. In like every fucking big rant I've had in December, in Love Again, and in Witch Hunt. And by the way, Witch Hunt is going to be coming up in 2 days. I'm going to be posting that on the 7th. But in every fucking one, like I always say, my big problem with Teshi is not that she's a bad writer. It's that she's good. It's that she can be good. She can fucking work it. She shows these flashes where it's like, ah, yes, you know what we want, but you're not. She's just not going to do it. And Eternal Flame is a prime example of that. I hate it. I'm like, God damn it. God fucking damn it. The fucking kick a tree joke, that one, that is pure Lucy. I'm like, that's it. That's all I fucking wanted. It's all I've ever wanted. You bitch. If this was the end, I'd accept it. I'd be like, there's nothing. You know what? I'm like, you know what? This is rushed. There's loose ends here. There's where else that it could have gone that I think it would have been very much better if we went this way or that way. But if this is it, that's good. I'm happy. I'm happy enough to see the characters to have Lucy be happy, because that's and once I fucking get that rant out, I'm going to fucking get all philosophical and personal, because Jesus Christ, that is literally the whole reason I did January. That's why I do everything for this fucking fandom, because Lucy as a character, I don't care about it. The reason why I hate Lucy's characterization isn't just because she's a bitch. It's not just, if she were just a bitch character, I'd be whatever. You know what? Fucking Madison still still took the cake. She's just terrible and a shitty person. But like the fact that it's Lucy, I'm like, people fucking look up to her. So many fucking people project themselves and their problems onto Lucy, and they see themselves in this character. And I just want the best for those people. I want them to fucking know that, hey, you know what? You can be a better person. There is hope. There is a light at the end of this fucking tunnel. You can get better. You can be a better fucking person. You don't have to be stuck in this stupid fucking cycle. And then it fucking just fucks you. And it happens, and for a second, it's there. I'm like, ah, I need to do the. I wrote a I basically laid out a fucking comic that I need to draw that of because the best way to summarize not Witch Hunt but Eternal Flame is it's like being on a fucking 3 hour long marathon of a roller coaster ride, and finally like the ride slows down and you pull into the station and the ride stops, and you're like, oh thank god, it's over, it's finally over, you know what? And looking back, it wasn't the worst, it could have been way worse. I'm glad, I'm ready to get off, thank you, please. And then you notice that the fucking safety straps aren't coming undone. You notice that it's locked, and the fuck you plead to the you look to the conductor like, hey wait, please, there's something wrong, the safety, I can't get out. And she looks to you and whispers, the ride never ends. And then the fucking ride starts going again. The ride starts again, and you can only scream in pain and agony as you realize you're just gonna have to fucking endure this shit for
Tashi's Wild Ride.
long.
The ride never ends.
Oh my god.
Hey, it's Tashi's world. We're just living in it. Look, I made a video about Eternal Flame, and I said everything that I wanted to say about it, and I think I did a good job on that. You can understand, it was like, it felt like it was coming to that conclusion or setting up for the things to start to get better. And she was like, nope, it's time for the Sandy Hour again. And I was like, no, what do you mean? You were in the end zone. The hands were open. You were ready to catch the ball, and you dropped it. And I couldn't believe it, because it was like everything was building up to that one thing. And even when we got the phone call, the phone call chapter or intermission that we got just made it all a whole bunch worse. Also, not really sure what Mike meant by wait, I didn't get the finish. What was there else to say? There was nothing else to say. I don't get it. He was like, wait, you didn't let me finish. And I'm like, you're going to pull that. But there was nothing to say. What was he going to tell her? Like, there was nothing in that phone call that made it seem like Mike wasn't telling her the whole thing.
I don't know.
It is just like...
Like I said, though, to you, I'm not reading that fucking chapter until I get to that chapter.
I mean,
we do this shit in the way that the rants is this goes in chronological order.
I mean, technically that would be...
No. We don't go by Teshi's fucking rules. We go by the reader's fucking rules. I want to get the reader's fucking experience. I want to make sure if I'm gonna have to fucking wait 3 fucking chapters to get there, I'm gonna wait or not 3 fucking how many?
It took 6? A whole year to get there for the readers.
I know, yeah. And while I can't make up for that time, I can just read the chapters as they come. And I'm like, this is bull, and it's still I'm not going to read it until then. And same reason, I'm not going to watch your video until I make the actual rant.
What, the Eternal Flame one?
Well, yeah, just because I don't want, because my opinions are my own. I don't want anything skewing that. And even the live reactions, like, yes, those are things, but the actual full rant, there's a number of times where the full rant, I go back in and I will like I do the live reaction. I'm like, oh, I'm going to talk about this, that, and the other. And then once I get into the Like the okay, we're gonna write this stuff down. We're gonna go through it, eat page by page, whatever, break this whole thing down. I realize, oh hey, wait a second, there's this whole thing that I missed. Like, oh hey, shit, we gotta talk about this whole thing and stuff like that.
One
And
of the
so
things,
there's difference of opinions in there. What?
something that confused me thinking back to it recently is why she would like admit that yeah, you have every right to be mad at me, and but still hate, like turn around and say she doesn't fucking like Mike anymore, but then she's like, oh yeah, well you're justified to not like me, and it's like,
Yeah,
well,
Lucy. Yeah, it was
I don't get
very.
that.
It was very confused about how to do that with
Yeah, she
Lucy.
just like turned
Part of it
around and was
was
like, "Oh, I'm opening myself up to Mike again, and then I'm going to." By the way,
I don't
has
know.
she
I don't.
confirmed
Oh,
that
what?
Lucy is the one that kissed Mike, not the other way around?
Uh, nah, it just makes this worse. I was gonna say though, like, wait, in Eternal Flame.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking lame. That's fucking weak. It's way to fucking try to make him make it a little better. I'm sorry, no, that's still a fucking knife in my gut. It doesn't go down easier.
If she had actually was like, all right, this is when things are gonna turn around and Mike and Lucy are gonna slowly start to like try to mend the bridge, then that would have been awesome to see. And I was so malding about it that I ended up writing all of Scarf and Bow as a fucking cope because of I was like, this is why you do this. And so I wrote it as kind of a proof of concept as you can still have drama without like I literally don't understand why, but I assume we're now
No,
finally in the second act low
no,
point. But
I'll
like
tell you
there's no
why.
way. There's
Second,
no
dude,
way that Mike and Lucy works and it is like satisfying because they had the opportunity to do that and it's like it's not gonna happen. So Mike X Lucy, confirmed, not
hold,
gonna happen ever.
hold on. Second act,
Mike X
motherfucker.
James.
It's been 15 fucking years
Yeah,
for
well,
Act One.
no, we're at the end of Act Two. The second act low point is the end of Act Two.
It's been 15 fucking
It's
years.
only been 3 years in the comic.
Oh, fucking shit. I don't.
Look, it is what it is. We got the track
That's
team out of it.
how
The
many
track team
fucking.
is great, and even though she kind of just came up with it, like without really setting it up, the track team is great, and I'll be like, okay, I'll deal with whatever is happening now because I like these guys. I actually
Yes,
wrote a
you
video
fell for
about
fan
them.
service. Congratulations.
I wrote a video about them that is gonna be not coming out till like a while from now, but because I want this chapter to go by so I can learn more about them. Unfortunately, not all of them are there. Like Max isn't in the chapter. There's a
I
few other
don't know
guys in
any
it.
of these
But anyway,
things. I don't really care.
you're gonna like the track team. They're cool.
I'm sure. I mean, like fucking. I've always been pro. I've been always been a proponent of life outside of your plot line, and I will say, and track meet does sound like a nice chapter. Fucking actually being able to dig into give Mike some extra aspects and stuff like that. That'd be great. Give any of these characters extra aspects with some substance. That's just nice. But
We learned that James likes to climb rocks. That's what we learned. And Mike is a gamer. And I feel like even by 2009, people were mostly like in like gaming was way more mainstream. So I don't know. He says it like it's like a weird thing, but I'm like, oh, it's cute. Anyway, you want to jump into December, the other greatest chapter of all time in the comic?
sure. So I should preface this whole video by saying, there is going to be fair warning. You will probably hear me say a number of times, "Oh, I said this in the fucking rant," because that's the whole point of the rant is to say everything that I want that I have problems with the chapters. So
Let me
that's gonna be pretty much it.
post the
Oh,
link
by the
to
way,
that.
How many? I cannot believe how many fucking wordless pages were in Eternal Flame. That's. Ugh. I
She
kind of fucking hate it.
is
No wonder
very
it's 68
cinematic.
pages. Oh yeah, it's really
Here.
fucking artsy how you fuck us in the end. Sure,
Whoa.
makes me
There's
happy.
there's the link to Amazil's December rant. It's like an hour and a half long. If you want to check that out, that's actually that's how I discovered Amazil, is through that rant. So we're gonna be reading the chapter, the infamous December chapter. I do have some things I want to say about it as well. This was
Awesome.
I had two major complaints when I wrote that review that got me banned from the Discord, and one of them was December, and the other one was Eternal Flame. So, uh, and I don't think it's any secret that those two are the most controversial. And it's interesting looking at their Patreon analytics. Eternal Flame is actually where they peaked. It was like the start of Eternal Flame is when a lot of people started subbing to the Patreon, and after that, it
Well,
started to drop.
well, I
Uh,
think that was probably when they changed up the upload schedule for the Patreons and had like the early pages.
uh,
That may have been it, but yeah.
Anyway, let's get started
Wait,
though.
one last thing. What did you think about the comic concept with the Thought Police?
Oh yeah, no, that was really good. That was really good.
Yes, I made that right after Double Down because I'm like, oh, I fucking hate this.
The Thought
It's
Police.
yes, it's a great pun. It's a great wordplay. I'm very proud of it. Um, and of course, I did not intend for Rachel and Sandy to fit in as this very kind of as great anti-heroes in this scenario.
I
But
mean,
it just happened that way. I just
Sandy
chose them because they're my two favorites now. Out
Sandy
of
do be kind of a thought though.
yeah. She's
She
trying.
definitely fucked Francis. There's no shot she didn't. Just from the dialogue that you're gonna read later on,
Oh,
she 100%.
I know, and I don't like that. But hey,
Like
that's not
he's
my Sandy. That's why you'll notice hair up, tits out. That's my Sandy.
why isn't this
That's how
letting
you
me
know.
post to
Those
hold
are the
up?
two identifiers. Know your false idols.
Why won't it let me post the live stream? Whatever. All right. So yeah. Page one is just snow. Now, if I remember correctly, you said this was when Tashi was having a lot of mental health issues, and the pages were being uploaded at a very slow pace.
Well, kind of. It's it's not as slow as we know today, but it this is originally BCB posted every other day schedule, and then it moved to a 3 week and 2 week schedule. It was like intermittent, and so yeah, it was also because at the time they were also working on volume two, I believe, and getting that published. So yeah, a number of things happening, some stuff off the field, but I don't. I'm not going to talk about
Oi,
that.
oi,
Hey, Winnie.
why are you guys doing this so late?
Cause I
Because
had to
Rob is
work.
stupid.
What?
You forgot. Also,
First of all, when you messaged me, I was still at work.
fair
I
enough.
said I didn't get off work until 8:30.
Hmm.
Uh,
Oh, that is
they they bababooed me so hard. They were like, "You're gonna close and then open the next day and go fuck yourself, and you're working all day."
Hmm.
I had to do that Sunday. Yeah.
And I work
Gosh,
9 hour shifts the next 3 days, so that's epic. But at least I'm gonna have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. So,
yeah, Rob.
all right, we're getting ready to read December, by the way.
Holy shit!
If you
I'm
wanna
gonna
read
have to
along.
take a. I'm gonna. I'm gonna take a shower real quick, but I'll probably be back for So, Rob, I appreciate it. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
What do you happen?
Oh, I wrote.
He got me a bitch.
Wait,
Uh,
what?
No, I'm just kidding. No, I haven't read it yet, but I highly appreciate it, man. I like, I can tell you, like, you felt bad and you decided to write a story, and I appreciate it. So, just know that it's probably going to be my big comfort read. Okay, so I thank you for that.
Oh, good. I hope you enjoy it. It's a short little thing.
Amazon, you can have the pleasure of drawing it.
Oh.
Oh, what is it?
It's not, it's like bare, it's like a little bit over 2 pages. It's not really that long.
I don't know what you're
It could be
talking about.
longer, but like I said, I was feeling sick last night. So.
That's,
Anyway, we
that's
gotta
fine,
get
man.
to the story, man. It's like 9:40 where I'm at. I got work tomorrow. We gotta get popping.
All right, well, I'll leave you guys to it. So I'll see you guys later.
Hooray! See ya.
All right, you're a parasite.
I do. If there's one thing that I love about that fucking that. Wait a second. Wait a second. Hold on. I need to look at this again. Did they make the school bigger? Did they?
They do have webtoons versions of this chapter.
Yes, yes. I just need to see this. I need to know. Did they actually?
Daisy's hair looks like spikes, like horns on her cheekers.
That's how I always do it. All right. Well, then again, I like doing the giving everyone spiky lines. Oh no. Wait. No. Oh, I see what they did. Oh, two. Were there two originally? Oh, you fucking bitch. Wow. Okay, I didn't even catch that. Okay. Or no, I don't think so because it wasn't in the rant. It would have been on the rant if we did that. But okay, so there is one thing because you'll note in the first page that the the you can definitely see the school in the background. In the original, I'm going to take a screen cap of it so you can see it. But they changed the tone of the school because in the original it is way harder to see and there is way more fucking snow. And that was also part of my problem with it because when I read it, I didn't even notice the school. I'm just like, this is just snow. This is literally just
Oh
fucking
wow,
snow.
they
I don't
did
know what the
change
fuck.
it.
I don't know what the hell's going on in this scene.
Oh
But
no, I can
hey,
see the school.
it's there, but it's like it blends into the background. If you're kind of like if you're viewing it from afar, it's kind of hard to see, or if you're not really paying attention, you'd easily glaze over it.
Well, anyway. Uh,
Also, they desaturated everyone in here. Anyway. Oh yeah, vacation time soon. Vacation coming soon.
count to 10.
Why did they change that?
Count to 10. I'm sorry about him, Abby. It's fine. I got other things to worry about. At least Christmas is coming. That's the problem.
Sorry, I'm late. Oh shit, Abby.
Sorry I'm late. Apparently, I needed my coat cleaned.
Oodles, but damn it! Now I do have to.
Look, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's different. Just let's
going. I didn't even talk. I didn't even remember any of those lines. These ones I do. So now it's like fucking anal. Noodles. Your precious coat is full of snow. No.
So, class, Monday will be your last school day before your holiday break, and what better way to round out the year than with a World War II essay due on that final day? Relax, you'll be pardoned up.
Ah.
Ah! Everyone's like, Abby's just, Abby's like, damn. And Daisy also. Everyone's like, relax, you'll be partnered up. I've got individual topics and pairings all worked out. No swapping this time. Phoebe and Ryan, Jake and David, Thomas and Christine, Leslie and Paulo. Why? Daisy and Simone, Cheryl and John, Bianca and Abraham. Wait, is he talking about Abby or they all just call him Abraham?
I think he just calls him Abraham because that's his proper name. That is Abby, I'm pretty sure.
Give me one moment.
Man, this is way weirder because I know the rant by heart. I love Naira's fucking delivery of this line because it's funny. Fine. So...
Just get on with it. I know what's coming. Go on and announce the most predictable pairing of the class. Stuck with Lucy, as usual, thinks. It's fine. No, really. I had actually paired you with Susan, but if you're going to make a fuss about it, then yes, you're with Lucy. Susan, you're with Cletus.
Shit.
I like that little shoot. Like, dang, I can't be sussy with the Michael.
I would also like to point out that yes, indeed, despite the changes, they're all facing different directions. Look, Lacey's look. Actually, what I realized is that not really. Like, if you take out, if you put like if you just cover Daisy's face, like, and move Lucy's eyes a little more to the right, then Abby and Noodles are looking in the same spot. That works, but Lucy and Daisy are way off. Like, I can't be the only one seeing that. They're at, like, that's right. That's wrong, right?
I guess.
No, they're totally looking in different directions. Daisy's looking off to the left. Daisy's looking off to the right. Lucy's looking off to the left. Abby's looking straight on. Noodles is looking
Look,
dead
it's
on.
fine. It's not that big of a deal. We understand. We don't have to worry about it.
Redraws is so that you can fix these things. Why?
It's fine, man. They're looking. Maybe they were mid head turn or something. I don't know.
Stupid.
Alright, this
So
what?
Also, they lose their arm, but I've already talked about that plenty in the rant.
Lose my arms.
Oh, hey, look! There isn't a blank page here. Oh, look, it's only one panel. Like, you can, like, as if you can merge pages. Oh God, I can't believe it. And I fucking gave shit to December's pacing, but now that I know of how Eternal Flame is paced, I'm thankful. Oh God, having to read that page per page. Ugh. Let's go to the library then.
Huh?
Quicker we get this essay done, the quicker you can have a weekend home. Oh, the quicker we get this essay done, the quicker you can have a weekend alone.
Dang, he seems a little upset by that. Sounds good.
How have you been?
Hey, announcing. Okay.
English hard as ever?
I manage.
Haley?
He's fine.
Chris? I haven't seen him in ages.
He's good.
Must be fun watching him grow up, huh?
It really isn't a big deal. Oh my gosh! Please, she loves. What are you doing, Mike? She loves you. No. I would literally kill somebody to have someone love me that much. You know
Okay,
what?
here's another weird thing. I know, but look. Okay, so you'll note in the fucking screenshot or no, did I post the screenshot? No. So okay, I haven't, but I will take a screen grab of this here so that you can see. Yeah. But in the classroom scene, they actually desaturized a lot of the panels, like the colors. Oh wait, come on. Yeah. So for reference, these are the colors in the original December. And if you compare that to the way that those panels look in the new redraws, they've definitely changed the coloring on that, and that's not a problem. That's fine. But what's weird here is that in this snow scene, they saturize the colors way more. They brighten them up. Like look at like here's a bit with Lucy and Mike in the snow. It's weird. Well, actually, fucking publish. I would like it to.
Oh wow, he doesn't say fine anymore. Interesting.
No, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, it's stupid. Why would she change that? Okay,
Thomas and Melanie.
here we go.
Okay, I
Okay,
see.
there's the original snow page. No, it double posted. Whatever. But yeah, you can see there compared to the one that's on the show on the website now. Like these colors are way more bright and saturated. Lucy is way more blue in the actual canon pages.
It kind
And
of
it's
looks
very
the
off-putting.
same to me.
No, okay, this is probably a better comparison. Here. Here's a side by side.
Oh, they did change some of the snowdrops or snowflakes.
No,
The fuck?
look at the white. Look at the white on her chest. It's way
Whoa.
brighter on the left than on the right.
Oh yeah, I mean that makes
And the
sense.
colors are more bright. They've added more depth and color into the backgrounds and the canon, and it's less drab, which kind of is weird for the tone. And why is Augustus green?
Okay, now that I can actually see. I don't know. He's in the Matrix or something. It's a little bit green. It's a tint.
It's weird. It's too much.
It
Why?
might be the lighting inside the thing.
The flare. That's the whole point of black, though, is that it eats light.
Whoa.
Ugh.
Hey
Anyway.
there. Be sure to wipe your feet. You can hang out with him if you like.
What? I'm meant to be helping you.
I could write this in my sleep.
But all right, jerk. I got the point. I just want a good grade, okay?
She's
That's
saying,
all. Okay. I don't know.
watch my bag. I'll get the books. Flump. Wow, you let him walk all over you. Sounds like you guys need to have a serious talk about your relationship.
Arr. Eh. I think I prefer the blue outline over Lucy than the red. Weird color changes. He's not my boyfriend. Leave me alone, okay?
Oh, shoes on the other foot now. Every recess you're bugging me. Why can't we talk now?
I don't want to piss him off any more than I already have.
Looks
That's
to me like
clunky.
your very... Looks to me like your very existence pisses him off.
How?
How what?
How do you deal with it?
Hmm?
Rejection. I know you aren't happy about what happened to Daisy, but you cope. I'm about ready to give up on everything.
Do you have parents?
Yes?
A place to sleep?
Yeah?
In a safe neighborhood?
What?
And now you want to die because some dumb kid won't return your feelings. You're absolutely worthless.
Why change stupid to dumb? But
The difference between
why?
us is I've come to terms with the fact that Daisy isn't interested in me. No matter how much it hurts to see it, that kid makes her happy. And I guess that's what keeps me going. It's from a distance, but I know she's smiling.
You know nothing, Augustus.
Oh, look
You
how
know
sad he
nothing.
is. He loves her.
You
I
know
will be writing an
absolutely
Augustus X Daisy fic. Or that the trip where they go to DC, 1,000,000% Augustus X Daisy. Let's go. You done yet? Eh. I was just leaving, Green Eyes. Good luck.
don't belong to you, you know.
She could.
No.
Saying. Okay. I know. Oh, fuck. I know. Just be a little less obvious.
Let's just start this essay before I end up punching you.
God, why is Mike such a... Oh man, I don't like I understand his anger and his frustration is justified because she treated him like shit their entire life, but Christ. She's like actually trying to be nice and now is the time where he's like no. I don't know.
Well, as I said when ranting about in the initial live read of Eternal Flame, Mike can only fight people when it's a one-sided fight. Mike doing it on even footing. It's not fair. It's too fair, actually. That's the problem.
I want to know how Lucy managed to make that face because you can't make your pupils go in opposite directions, and if she can, like, damn. God, stop that. What are you doing?
It's my thinking face.
Oh, that joke's getting old. Even though I've never heard that joke before made in this comic.
Oh, she removed the heart from that line. That's sad.
He's also
Huh.
blushing. Look at him. He misses it. Ah! Please! I can't do this.
Stop it, you. That was a cheap joke. It didn't work in the past, and it will not work again. You're stronger than this. So you're okay finishing it out? You're okay finishing it up at home?
What you said before was right. Getting it done tonight means we won't have to meet up again.
Lucy? Hi, Chris. Hey, hi, Haley. Hi, Chris. Kyle, are you finally getting sick of my stupid brother?
Lucy.
Oh, I'll never get tired.
Oh, come on, man. I can't. I can't, man. It's too much of an emotional day. Look at this. How could Mike be so mean?
Okay, see, this is a good line change. Originally, it's "Oh, I'll never tire of Chris," which makes sense. This one makes a lot more sense. "Oh, I'll never get sick of Chris." Hey, see, it's playing off the last sentence. That's great. Ew, ew. I don't like the changes in that last line. Can you guess what they added into that last fucking line?
Sandy.
Is
Lucy, come on.
see if you can fix the stick up his ass. See if he can fix that stick up his ass that appears whenever he isn't on the phone with Sandy.
Why did Mike turn into such a dick? Like,
Because
why did he just turn it into a dick to everybody? Like, why did
Because
his
it's all he
entire
knows.
why? But no, he used to be good. He used to be genuinely caring and was able to balance everything. But like when it comes to Sandy, he turns into a complete tool, and I don't know
Because
why.
it's the plot virus. It strikes everyone. It strikes hard and fast. It's an insidious motherfucker. It will destroy you from the inside out.
I don't
Man,
understand.
screw it. Why don't we let off a little steam and play a few rounds of Super Boxer Champions?
We still got.
We still got Friday and the whole weekend.
She fucking beams him in the face
Man.
with a SNES controller. Based Lucy and Mike playing Super Nintendo in the year 2000 fucking 8. Okay, if you say so. No,
Oh, come on.
I'm not playing anything with you.
I'm turning it on.
Don't.
Hear that?
Don't. Turn it off.
So which character are you playing?
Lucy.
We are doing this, all right? Come on. I even picked the game you always kick my ass in. I'm making it easy. If you beat me, I'll back off, okay?
If it'll shut you up. I'm so rusty.
And I'm still as awesome as ever. Come on. That final blow is beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
Ha! Man, remember when I couldn't get close to a third knockout? I spent a few nights practicing just so I could be good enough. And boy, have the tables turned.
It only took you 3 years.
Oh, shut up.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm gonna need to start a support group after this.
And I got a drink. Why? Okay, this is. I don't know why you changed this. And I don't want. I worry about why this was changed. Man, I gotta get a drink. Lemonade?
Oh, sure.
Why did you change it from Sprite? Why?
Because copyright.
No. No, that's stupid.
Look, lemonade's better
Who
than
the
Sprite anyway, so
Who the fuck just has lemonade at the ready?
what do you mean? You can buy lemonade at a carton.
Why would you? I've never had.
What country do you live in that they don't have lemonade in a carton?
The one where people stock up more on soda.
Anyway.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh man, I'm never gonna figure out that counter, huh?
So, you've actually avoided playing video games all this time?
Most of mine are only good with 2 players.
Like, one more round?
Sure, sure. Can we just like skip to the next chapter? Do we have to read this? I actually wrote a fic that's gonna be the first fic of phase 2 of the Candyverse. And it's actually there is an image on the Tashi blog, or maybe it's the BCB blog, where December is like being directed like a production by Tashi, and it's this scene, and Mike can't like say the lines right, and I wrote a story around that, and it was really nice.
Sounds weird.
He can't say it because he doesn't want to be mean to Lucy because he likes Lucy. Even though it's fake, he still can't bring himself to do it, and they have a little chat, and yeah, it's nice.
Oh, Naira felt bad about reading this too. He's the person that read Mike, by the way, if you didn't tell. Who's that?
You know, it's a long text.
Oh, it's like, oh, you know. Oh, Mike? Mike?
He finds out. He gets it. Sandy accidentally sent him a picture of her and Francis.
Oh.
That would be hilarious. Actually, I want to write that now. I want to see that. He's like, no.
Oh no, hold on. I do have a.
It's a
There was
picture.
an edit that I did for one of them.
It's a picture of Sandy and Dan at the carnival. Sandy and Danimal.
No.
Wait,
that's
who's
my other
Francis? Wait, does Francis doesn't exist in your universe, does he?
He doesn't play the same role. There is a hairdresser person that Sandy makes mention of, but that's not. But he does. But that's not like he's not an actual character. It's just a cheeky little jab. Fuck is this damn edit? One sec. Where are you? I know it was the fucking. It was one of the first. It had to be the. It was
Oh
the first
no,
image
he
we
was
used.
happy until Sandy came along, and he's sad now, and he's angry at Lucy because the very existence of Sandy reminds him of Lucy
Here it
being
is.
bad.
Here it is. I'm going to post it in VC text. Here it is.
Wait. Hey bro, Sandy really appreciates the messages. I just set this to vibrate and she's going insane. Oh my god.
Yeah. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Ha! Wow. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight.
No.
You should get
Mike,
wait, no, shoot.
no. Mike, you're. What happened?
You should get going.
Also, hey, it's my old avatar for YouTube. What the hell do you mean? I haven't seen you that happy in months. I want to know why.
Don't ruin this for me. You're better off leaving.
Don't be so weird. What'd she say?
None of your business.
No, Mike, come on.
Hey, lay off. It's nothing to do with you.
At least tell me why you want me gone.
Do you really want to know?
Yes, because we're meant to be friends, and friends tell each other
Hey,
everything.
Sandy's coming to visit next week. Welcome back, Weenie.
Hello. Came in just in time.
See, Mike's he's a big man when Sandy is like gonna be with him, but when she's gone, he turns into a baby.
He turns into a real.
He's
turns
got
into a
no
real bitch.
spine without Sandy. If Sandy wasn't even a thing, he wouldn't ever get mad at Lucy. He never would have. Mainly because Sandy kind of semi-manipulated him into... Anyway.
I always refer to it as being a plot device. She is the one that controls Mike's emotions. Why is Mike happy? Because he gets. I made a fucking joke about this. I think I brought that up in the December rant actually, of the why is Mike doing this? Because of Sandy. Why everything that Mike ever does, he never does it for himself. He just does it for he's like 9 times out of 10 he does it for Sandy. Why is Mike happy for this chapter? Because he gets to talk about Sandy. Why is he sad? Because he's worried about Sandy. Why is he being upset because of Sandy? Why is he fucking why is he brushing off Daisy because of Sandy? Everything. All of his fucking purposes have all boiled down to just Sandy as a presence.
In
Anyway,
reality, it should all be about Tyrone.
Should be about me, all me, baby.
Oh, I'll brush my teeth to you, Rob.
Whoa.
anyway. That's good. I'm
Wait,
really happy for you. You
wait,
need this. What?
wait, stop, please, please, Rob. Do it, even though this is like not that big, give it all you got, man. Give it all you got.
But yeah, of course. Always do that.
You need this. If there's someone out there who can make you happy again, I'm glad.
I feel like this situation could be diffused if they started making out
No.
and they went all the
Yeah,
way, and then Mike would never
yeah.
think about Sandy again. He would be like, "Oh, who?
Oh yeah.
Sandy who?"
Oh
Anyway,
yeah. Man, Amazon, you missed out on the ending of January. That's how it could have ended.
No.
all right. I
They
need
deserve
to I
better.
need to channel my inner angry Spurg. You're talking like I wasn't happy already. You think I've been miserable all this time? Like I still need your help? But haven't you noticed? Every problem has been all about you. I'm only upset because you're always around.
Mike, come
Shut
on.
up and listen. I told you once already. I am not going to be your babysitter anymore. But you still keep trying to talk to me.
That's because I'm your friend, and I still.
I don't want you to be my friend. I hate you. I hate you, Lucy. I hate you.
Oh,
Whoa, you're killing him, man. You're killing it.
pacing could be better. No.
I've wanted to say it all this time. I really have. I've never been your friend. You've never treated me anything like one. Sandy helped me understand that. Um, uh, hello?
Hello, Michael.
Aw, I missed hearing that. Ow. It's too bad this phone isn't cordless. I should sit down.
Why don't you grab a
Why?
Why don't you grab a share, dumbass?
Eh.
It's just my friend Lucy. You remember her, right?
No?
Well, I guess I ignored her so much today she decided to smack me in the shin. Still aches.
Come on.
Hmm.
That's not the line. That's not the.
What's
Deck
the
me in the
line?
shins. It's funny.
Nobody cares.
I do because that was one of my favorite bits in the January. Okay, I guess that's the reason the December rant is also special. It holds the original dialogue. Because deck
Oh,
me
that's
in the shins, which was misread as dick me in the shins.
okay. Okay, we get it. We
He's
get it.
funny. Anyway.
Go.
Sandy?
Er, Michael, are you okay?
Yeah?
Are you gonna tell somebody, Bunny?
No?
Why not?
Why would I?
Man, she's such a crybaby.
You sound a little hoarse.
Oh, I suppose shouting does that to you.
Was it that girl again?
Yeah, Lucy? Yeah, she came over this afternoon, but she kinda lost her temper. We were both screaming pretty loud. Before she left, she tried to slap me, but I was way too fast. Sandy?
Why do you let her do that?
Huh?
She hurts you. What kind of person does that?
She has her bad days, but she's a good person, really.
Do you
God,
do you
she's a
love her?
bitch.
Oh, wait, was that original dialogue?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
then I'm an idiot that didn't remember that. Oh, so she was getting jealous.
Ooh, she's a bitch.
Mike's mom didn't hear anything. Yo, I've been saying that shit. How did nobody in the house hear Mike screaming at Lucy? Like he's literally yelling at the top of his lungs, and everyone's like, "I sleep."
Screaming at the
Uh,
top of my
What?
lungs.
No,
What's
of
going
course
on?
not. Why would? Of course he loves Lucy.
and Nah, I mean, I think that the reason they didn't really realize he was yelling at Lucy, he probably thought he was losing his virginity.
Whoa.
No.
I mean, whoa.
I mean, so they just let it slide because Mike needs some love.
Go ahead, Amazon.
So why do you put up with her?
She's my friend.
A real friend would never hurt you. Ever.
It's not like that. Hi, Sandy.
Damn, so that was so bad.
Wait, hold up.
I'm not gonna fucking.
Hi, Sandy.
Michael? You got a cold?
Just a nosebleed.
Why are you that cute?
Oh, yeah. Most of the time it'd be you, but. Sandy? Look, it's fine. I'm okay. I was being kind of a jerk myself.
This girl,
Lucy?
whatever her name is, I I don't like her at all. Okay, see, that's actually a better redraw. I did not care for Sandy's original
So,
face
Mike
panel.
only dislikes Lucy because Sandy doesn't like her.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yep. As I said in the fucking rant, again, take a shot. Um, that's one of the fucking things I like. This so especially when I was doing January, like the big catalyst for why I was doing January was I was like, all right, I'm gonna make a list of all the things that I hate about January or December, and what figure out like what the real problem is. And one of the bit and the number one was Sandy, and I'm like, but why? Why do I hate Sandy? Is it really just her fault? And I've heard the argument from some people of like, well, this is actually all right because in this scene, in this chapter, we at least get to see more of her character. She gets to show that she cares about Mike.
Mm,
But I'm like, it's weak. It's fucking weak as shit because it's so one sided and it doesn't try to like she doesn't seem to really give an ounce. It doesn't bring into it eliminates all the nuance between Mike and Lucy's relationship and how there was the give and take. Mike was also being an ass to Lucy at times. Times it was playful ribbing for the most part, and whenever it was serious, and if it was something serious, like they knew to stop or whatever, there was very little of that, and it's just it it makes it seem weak. It makes Mike look it makes a scapegoat more than anything. Sandy is
yeah.
played off as a scapegoat, a reason for Mike to lash out at Lucy.
Yeah,
Because
so.
if it was just him doing this, well then he'd be the bad guy, and now we can't enjoy Mike.
Well, he's still bad for going off on her like this. He was
Yeah.
way too harsh. But it
Uh,
takes out the agency in his anger. It's like, oh,
yeah.
well, it's technically Sandy because she was accusing him of loving Lucy and all this shit, and there it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
This scene really like pisses me off just because if it weren't for Sandy like being in this specific chapter that even it like literally points it out that oh Mike would have never done this, like none of this would have happened if if Sandy didn't suddenly pop up in this like fucking scene. And I'm like, wow, so you're telling me that if Sandy was not in this chapter at all, like the moment she comes on, then oh none of this would have happened.
I wouldn't say
probably.
that. No. I'm saying that it would have been much better. Like if this was just Mike speaking Mike's mind, like then it'd be more palatable in a way because then it's like what again like I said in the rant, like it ruins bits like a distance apart, or it's why a distance apart is so fucking strong. It's why that one's so emotional, because that is just Mike being Mike. He's conflicted, he's confused, he's trying to come to terms with it, but this is his decision. He's like, this is what I have to do. I don't like it, I may not like it, I may not enjoy, I take no enjoyment out of it, but this is for the best. This is what I believe is right. And if that were the case, then that's fine. But having it be like, I'm doing this because it's what Sandy has told me is right, makes it way weaker. It makes his character way weaker.
Yeah, like
The
without Sandy, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
the link I just sent in the chat, the stream chat, is a link to a fan fiction. It's a rewrite of this scene, and it's written by Macy Dreamer, and I made a video about it, reading it. It's called "We Can't Be Friends Anymore," and it's a really sweet scene. I like the rewrite.
Yeah,
But go ahead and check
that's
that
actually the
out.
one. I
Sorry, I
read it.
can't read. unless there's pictures on the screen.
Well, good for you that I actually read it as a video, so you can just put it on in the background like a podcast.
I'm sorry, I
Wow.
cannot look. I
Wow,
cannot
Amos.
see either.
Wow, Amos.
What? You just
Oh,
listened to it. What do you
No,
what?
I don't know what you're talking
Anyway,
Amazon, you're seriously reminding me of quick maths.
about.
everyone was nice to me so long as I played nice with you, and I gave in. Sandy snapped me out of it, reminded me that my happiness is worth something too. So no,
God,
we're not friends.
Mike,
And
I'm.
that, go ahead.
God, this is awful. This is
Oh, we're not
just
even at the worst part. We're not.
And
yes.
that's why I'm leaving the table in January. If it wasn't for
He said it.
Sue's, he said it. He said the line.
The month.
If it wasn't for Sue's stupid play, I'd have already gone. But I don't want to cause her problems. But after that's over, I'll have no reason to stay.
But what about your friends?
Who says they won't follow me? If I leave, Daisy will come
This,
along, no doubt about that.
this
Abby
is
will come with her, and she's so close with Paulo, there's no way he won't follow her. And David, do I even have to explain? So me, alone, I really doubt it.
okay. Amazon, go ahead. Just go ahead.
All right. So here's the thing, right? I again, I explained this all in the rant, but to summarize, and this is the big part in January, because once I realized, once I really looked at December and I was like, oh wait a second, this was Mike's plan. I'm like, oh, this is really fucking stupid. This is the dumbest thing I have ever fucking heard. This is so fucking dumb. Uh, say the whole thing. Say the whole thing. Paolo wouldn't leave me.
Oh yeah? Why wouldn't he? He's not yours. Face it. Bah. Your dumb rebound. He doesn't even love you. Nobody does. Why would they? You're a parasite.
You're a parasite.
Thank you, Weenie Hut, for saying that
I
out loud.
wanted,
I couldn't read the line.
I wanted to say it with you.
I prefer Naira's delivery. You're a parasite. But okay, so here's the thing, right?
Okay,
Especially
got me.
once I started to do January, I'm like, wait a second, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, and especially and again, this plays into January because the especially once you remove the December rant and Mike screaming at Lucy, all his plan boils down to is moving tables, and that somehow magically makes everyone else go to his table, which is the most fucking
Okay,
is the
look,
most conceited bullshit I've ever fucking heard, and it
okay,
makes no sense
Amazon. If it makes no sense, why the fuck did you do it in yours?
because to show how stupid it is. They even Susan because the thing is, right? If Mike didn't actually yell at Lucy here, it wouldn't work because as my because if because there would be no reason for Lucy to think, oh, I'll join them too. If every because they're her friend too, they'd invite her through. And in January, that is what Paolo did. But the only reason that Lucy doesn't follow him is because even in January she learns that Mike's worries and how he feels about their relationship. If Lucy didn't know that the situation was this bad and this dire, she would have no reason not to join them as well. And in fact, they'd probably pester her to be like, hey, where's Lucy, baby? I miss Lucy. Give me Lucy.
Yeah, but
'Cause
Mike
they care
isn't
about
thinking
her.
that. He doesn't think anybody likes her.
Yeah, but
That's
that's
he's an
so
idiot.
stupid. But he thinks that. But here's the thing, though. This him
But then he
saying
thinks
that
that
he's going to join them. He
it
thinks that everyone will join.
contradicts.
Huh?
it contradicts him saying people only liked him because he was nice to Lucy, but that would imply that they liked Lucy. So now you're saying that nobody likes Lucy?
No,
What?
yeah,
But what? Huh?
Mm.
Who wrote this? Who
yeah.
wrote this
It's so
chapter?
stupid. It makes no fucking
Hey,
sense.
hey! It's good to see you, Giant Kitty. Welcome to the read.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
here, let me read the chat then. This was back when Mike had an actual spine, but yeah, he went too far in this chapter. It seems like recently Sandy is manipulating Mike without him realizing because he's still under that love spell. Indeed, it's true. I made a cringe song about it called Love Potion Lobster. It's dead.
Wait.
I killed it.
Oh
Destroyed. No.
no! Wait, do
God.
you have it? Is it still around?
No. No.
Why not? I want to
Because
listen
it's
to it.
cringe. It's 100% pure cringe.
Wait
No.
a minute. Hold on.
Ah.
This
Wait.
is like this is seriously where the whole comments like generator simulator was posted by. This is lackluster, and so many of them were just. This was like you never seen it on YouTube where just like literally screenshots of the whole like comments
Oh, yeah.
telling the creator that they want to kill Mike.
Well, yeah.
I I want to
Hey,
get
no, this is like
lackluster on the stream. Can we get
no,
lack on the
No,
stream?
no, you can't.
absolutely,
Absolutely
I
absolutely
want
not.
lack to do a
no,
voice. Wait, I want
I
to.
don't.
no.
No,
If
he's not.
anybody is watching this and is in the official Discord, can you ask when the next chapter of Ad Libitum is going to come out? Because I need to know what happens next. I
Yeah,
need to know how
no,
it
no,
ends.
no, no. But Rob, we are not getting lackluster in this fucking chat because a person like a personal friend of mine would have a very serious issue with that.
All right, yeah, I know, but
Yeah, yeah.
Ad Libitum is probably the best BCB fic that's ever been written. I wish I could write that good. Just
No,
say,
no,
unironically, I'm being serious. I really like that story.
no, no. I really want to get Bramble Paws on this.
Oh, Bramble would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, Bramble's a really, really nice person.
It'd be even nicer if we could do like an interview with Tashi. I think that'd be cool, but that won't
Nah, she,
likely happen.
nah, she get our IP address.
Good. They already have my IP address.
They have mine too. They banned me from the Candy Brew. That means all my
Wait, they
Mike X and
banned you
Maya
from the
art.
candy? Like, can you even see the website?
No,
Yeah,
I
you
literally
can.
I changed my rap
Oh.
like my IP address, but literally like my drawings and shit they're all gone. All my Mike X and Maya art, it's gone.
No. Wait, can you post it to the to BCB memes and pics then? Your art?
No, fuck no, they were awful,
What? You post those immediately.
dude. Okay, look.
Just
Do
post
you
them.
want? I'm gonna make this quick.
If
I can't post
Chrono
them.
can post his pooping farting, you can post those pics.
What?
Look, okay, look. I think the reason I got banned was because Suit might have finally found that drawing of me, like not drawing of where I made Mike and Amaya kissing. But the problem is, I think Amazon knows about this. The T-shirts
Uh,
had a little writing on them, and
uh,
you know where I'm going with this, Amazon.
no.
Just send me the pictures. You don't even
My
have to
memory
post
is
them
terrible.
publicly.
Okay, okay. I don't have the pictures anymore. I'm using a new phone.
Oh. But anyway,
But
we should continue the chapter.
look. And
Yes.
hold on one. Just look the writing on it. It had Mike had like Merc. I think his Merc is great, and then Amaya had Quick Mass is better. So I was using banned
Wait,
people.
Uh,
when did you make this picture?
It's during 2020.
Oh, this was before we met. Okay. Uh, anyway,
yep.
Lucy.
Don't leave.
Why? 'Cause I'm all you got?
To quote you literally a second ago, he's nobody does. He doesn't even love you. Nobody does. Why would they? You're a parasite. No, I.
You are so damn selfish and transparent clinging to me like I'm the only one who'll ever care about you, pushing everyone else away because you think they're only interested in your looks.
He's got a good
Well,
point there, Lucy.
maybe you were right. Nobody can love you for who you are.
He's got a point there, Lucy.
No, he's got a low fucking. Aha! They did change it.
Whoa.
I got
Whoa.
it. I
Mute,
fucking
mute him.
you
Mute him. Mute him. Mute him. Mute him. Mute him. Mute him.
What
Mute him, Rob.
Ah!
what did they change? Why are you laughing maniacally?
Ah! They changed the line.
Uh-oh.
Mom's home.
Mom's home.
Tell her
I gotta tell her the news.
that means we can tell her the news is the original line. Come on.
Congratulations, Amazon. You woke up every family member of your house.
It's 7 p.m. They are mildly concerned, if anything.
I like the framing for that top right panel with the tail going over her head and the foot looking like it's kicking her or something.
It's more cradled the top of her head in the original. Now it's going over her head.
Mike's such a fucking sea boy. I hate him.
Okay.
I literally hate Mike. I will kill him. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to destroy them.
Hey, okay, look. I used to be a big Mike fan, but just rereading this chapter, I see why it's so hated.
Oh yeah, this is very fucking out of character. This is fucking insane.
Oh no, that was part of my criticism in my review that got me banned. I was like, I think he would be mad, but I feel like he was too mad and he would never act in this manner. Like it was cartoonishly evil.
And I want to point this out again because that what he said there about people are only interested in her looks and nobody can love her for who she is. That is a deep fucking cut. That is a personal fucking blow. That is a deep secret that Lucy has kept hidden from everyone. The only person who knows that is Mike, and he's tapping into her own deepest insecurities that only he knows about, so he can fucking twist the knife into her even more. It's so fucking scummy. It's so fucking evil. I don't know why he would ever think that he can come back from that.
The reason I get so upset about this chapter is because I know how Lucy feels here. And I'm gonna bring up my ex again.
Oh no.
Yeah. So this argument kind of does remind me a little bit of how things were after we had broken up, and the way that she was, and I had opened up a lot about a lot of my insecurities about the breakup to her, and she went around and she went ahead and just twisted every single one of those against me, and it fucking sucked, dude. So I understand how Lucy feels. It's fucking horrible. It's one of the worst feelings I've ever had. Like what?
I'll give you. Do you want a hug? I can give you a hug.
That hug would be nice.
We can all cuddle, even Amazon.
Whoa. Okay. Well, I mean, you're 16 years old, so I don't know about that. But
I meant a fucking friendly hug. Stop saying.
You said cuddle. You said then we can all cuddle with Amazon, and I was like, whoa.
In a friendly manner.
You deserve help, not pity. This is what I would give to everyone.
Even your worst enemies?
Yes.
You know what would help me a lot if I got unbanned? That would probably help me a lot.
No, it wouldn't.
No.
Yeah, it would. It really would, actually. Let's get to the next page with the Lucy has like the pink.
Oh yes, the rest of the chapter that means fucking nothing.
Perk, gack,
this is totally fucking pointless.
This is my initial like full on reaction. You know what this is my reaction to?
It literally does make you sick though. That feeling that she has, it can literally make you throw up. Like I remember when we were apart one time and I felt, dude, I was so fucking scared, and I literally couldn't eat. I tried to eat some hamburger helper, and I horked it all back up like immediately, because
Are you
my stomach was so fucked up from the stress.
are you
And
okay? Are you okay now?
well, yeah, this was like a year ago. I mean, am I okay? Like, no, I'm still pretty alone, or I still feel alone, but it's better. It's better. But it really sucks, dude. I'm not. It's one of the top shittiest things that I've ever had to deal with. Uh,
Don't worry.
but at least I had the BCB Discord to help me through that for like 2 weeks, and then I got banned. But now I have my own channel, my own Discord, and you guys are great. I wouldn't
Yeah,
give that up for the world.
well,
I'm
so
sad
this
that
is
no one fucking commented on that cackle. No one commented on the cackling.
That
in the
was a good
YouTube chat. Are you
cackle.
even listening? Are you
I
even actually listening to this shit?
No, they're here. Don't call out the lurkers. The lurkers are important. They're doing art. Bittersweet Disney said that they were doing some art, and
this is
when that
my
goes up on the Candy Boro, I'm sure we're gonna be happy to see that.
this is my initial reaction when I found out that there's not gonna be any more Tyrone and False Idol. I threw up
Oh,
because
so sad.
Tyrone
anyway, they
he was
talk.
such a Chad.
They go bleh, and they write it on the
No,
board. It's
Tyrone.
2007. I'm a clown.
I told you.
Wait, whose birthday is it? On wait, on December.
Probably, probably Lucy's.
No,
Her birthday
that's
comes after this.
There's
Well,
one that says
soon.
sleepover. Who's
That's probably Haley's.
all right? He says bye, and then he walks past Haley's room, and he's going there, and he feels a little bad, but then he gets angry again, and he goes bam.
I wanna I wanna meet
Oh.
I wanna meet
Oh, it's your birthday! Happy birthday!
Oh, this is.
Oh, by the way, everyone that's in the chat, supposedly we're supposed to be getting the Lucy voice lines tomorrow for confrontation. Let's hope. I'm hoping that we get them. I just want to get confrontation done so bad, dude. I just want to get it done because I've been sitting on it for a year. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so good. When you guys see what we have planned, you're gonna love it. I think you're gonna love it a lot.
Okay. So here's the fucking thing, right? All right, this is I just out of curiosity, because I have the original pulled up here. And in the original, it actually does say whose birthday it is. I was wrong that it was not Lucy's. And by the way, yes, I was right. It was Haley's sleepover. But you know whose fucking birthday it is? It was Tess's.
No, Tess is
No.
gone forever. No more Tess forever now.
So fucking stupid. Oh.
Dude,
Oh.
they really are against Tess.
Well, no, she comes back later in the comics. She does like a cameo.
Yeah,
No.
well, yeah, but that's because they're like they'd but they're fucking it's the slow erasure of her impact on the comic.
Tess,
But
Tess
Like,
will not be in Candyverse of Chaos.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Can we a little can we at least appreciate something
Always
good in this?
Amaya.
No. Can we appreciate something good in this chapter? I mean, Mike's mom is looking pretty nice today.
Whoa.
She looks nice, actually. I love her design.
Michael's
She's all right.
mom.
She's
got it going on.
Businesswoman, Mike's mom, whatever her name.
I wanna, I
Haley,
wanna
can't
take
you
my,
see? You're just not the girl for.
Ooh.
I want to take Mike's mom on a date.
Whoa. Well, you're
Yeah,
16,
like,
so she'd go to prison.
Yeah. Okay, fine. You can do it, Rob. You deserve a good woman.
Mike's mom would be kind of cute though.
Mm.
What are you taking that for?
No reason.
Where are you going?
Home.
We still need to work out which parts of the essay we're doing.
Okay,
I'll leave the whole thing in your locker.
What?
Don't worry.
You are.
He looks
so
back a little
fucking-
worried. You can tell he still cares. Like there's still a part of him that's worried, concerned, but then he.
You're so fucking blind, Mike. I'm sorry. I love my boy Mike, but I have to I have to
Yeah.
rant a bit. Can I rant?
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead, might as
Oh
well.
God.
You did all my
Okay.
ranting.
Okay, so god damn it, just you are. Does everybody have bad memory in this fucking comic? Because I don't know if he remembered the yelling at Lucy and killing her self-esteem a while, like what, like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. Why is
Why?
that?
Why? Just this.
Yeah.
This makes it even worse.
Yeah, it's so stupid. It's so fucking conflicted back and forth bullshit. And the argument I will put to you is the argument I've been pestered with the entire time during this fucking chapter when I was wondering what the fuck is going on as well. And the answer is hormones. They're just teenagers, don't you know? They're just stupid balls of hormones.
No,
They're
because Mike
just letting
has
their emotions control over them. Don't you understand? You just don't get it. You
Mike
see,
has
these are stupid teenagers. Don't you get it?
to Mike has to be bad, but he can't be bad. But also, this has to show that it's mainly Sandy that was getting him to be angry at Lucy, and he's not actually. He doesn't really mean what he says.
So,
All
And I
right,
will
see you later, Scully.
and I will say what I said in the fucking rant again and again. You don't say this shit. You do not dare. You have to fucking. This is a deliberate fucking move on Mike's part. This shit, the way that he attacks Lucy in this, you do not say this shit if you have any hope of being in the right, of trying to mend that bridge. No, you fucking you if you make this kind of threat, if you make this kind of statements to someone, you had better be ready to deal with the consequences. And Mike knows better than anyone what those consequences may entail. And why is Lucy a fucking ghost?
Why not?
yeah.
It
Also,
was better in the fucking original. Why? Why?
this is minor nitpick, but that anatomy on like of both Mike and Lucy looks pretty fucking awful.
Wait, where?
It's like I think it's the second to last panel.
Oh, yeah, Lucy's boob is just a ball.
Yeah, but like I don't know why, just the shoulders look off to me
Eh.
with that
Yeah.
big ass fucking head.
All right, slam. We also see here that Chris has inherited Mike's sensitive hearing. He's gonna be a
Yeah.
Oh.
superhero.
Wait! Look, guys! Look! It's my favorite part of this comic. It's fucking snow.
Dumpster snow. Complete. And
No,
one last
Lucy.
lie.
People
And one,
like. Sorry.
oh no, I'm on the last page. It's one last lie.
Man.
I guess that's what keeps me going. It's from a distance, but I know she's smiling. And I feel so bad. People love to see Lucy abuse, but like, come on, this is no
Those
one
people
deserves
are what
this.
I call assholes.
Oh,
Everyone on the
but
Chan. Oh, loose and at loose ends. This is one of the best chapters. It's like top 5 best chapters. This one.
okay. So let's wait before we go any further. Let's skip right to the rating slash review.
Oh,
And
I
here's
hate
the
it. I
I wanna
hate it.
look.
I'm
I
going
want to
to
see.
destroy
Look,
it.
look. Let's save Amazon for last because I know what he's gonna do. So I'll go first, then you, Rob, and then Amazon. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So for me, my old rating, which was the original version of this, was probably like a 9 for humor because I found this hilarious. But now rereading this, I'm sorry, but this is not even worse of a rating in my opinion. This is awful on both ends. It's not like neither character. It's look when I first read this, I thought, yeah, Lucy kind of deserved it, but now looking at it, she doesn't really deserve it, man. It's not. She's not as bad as I thought she was, but
Mhm.
just god damn it, like none of this chapter progresses to where it should be. None of this makes sense, and none of this should have happened in the first place. Like I said, this is why I love Amazon because this man can actually make some good shit. Like with January, please read it.
Yes,
Don't
please.
mind, don't mind the art. It's a really good story. It's
Hey,
really
the art is okay. It's passable.
yeah, but still, like it's
Yeah.
really good. Like Amazon, can I tell you something?
Yes.
That whole scene with Lucy and Sue when Sue like stops Lucy from like committing suicide by hanging,
Oh
I have
yeah.
to say I have to say that was a very beautiful scene. Like you really gripped my heart in that scene.
It's good because that was the point. I I I mentioned it. I think in the I don't know. I don't know if I have that episode, but I I think I explained it in, or I should have explained it in the original reading time we read January. But I'm like, that scene in particular, like, especially if you look back on it, you'll notice like there's a big art style shift. And that's kind of where that was where I started to really kind of focus in on like different things and get into the closed eyed and bring in the closed eyes. And where I realized, oh, these are really good. And because in that particular scene, like all the actually, you know what, Rob, I'm going to drop a page for it. One of the pages in there for you, so you can show the audience. But like the whole thing with that whole thing, I'm like, because I knew I was gonna do that. I knew that was like the fucking page that I had to do. That was the scene that I really wanted to do. But like the all the emotions and all this, the scenery and the visuals of that, it's all intentional. It's all very deliberate. And because I really wanted to make it right. I really wanted to fucking, if there was any scene that I didn't want to skimp out on, I wasn't gonna fucking hold back on. It had to be this one. I had to make it as good as I possibly fucking could, and not hold back, not fucking cheap out, not make it weak. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. It's one of the reasons why I can always look at January and be like, yeah, you know what, the art's cringe to look at now. There's bits where I'm like, oh, that's stupid. I kind of regret doing that, but for the most part, I will always be proud of January, and nothing
Yeah,
can ever take that away.
yeah, but here's the thing about like, when I look at January is that sure there's some pretty like, cringy moments, but hey, like there's a really good like there's a really good powerful like scene in those like in that fanfic. Like this is like actually like
There's a
really good.
number of fucking great scenes.
Yeah,
I every fucking scene in January, I can, like, if you just say, you just tell me like what are the two characters that are talking and what are they vaguely talking about, I will know exactly what scene it is and what I was talking about.
and it's kind of like this. When you look at what Bittersweet Cannibal tried to do with a like suicide attempt chapter compared to yours, for BCB it's a soap opera, but for yours it actually feels like you're listening to two like actual people talking.
No, yeah, that's why fucking, oh man, when we get into Love Again, oh, that's where the real fun begins. Because when Love Again fucking dropped, like I lost my shit once I saw the fucking Lucy Yamcha. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Are you all the fucking shit I did, all that fucking effort, and you did this? You decided that this was okay? I'm like, no, it's insulting. It's just straight up insulting, the level of just over the top that it did. It feels stupid. It's so fucking. It feels like it's insulting my fucking intelligence, and and that's again one of the things with January and why that scene is written the way that it is, because I was like, I let I wrote in the author's notes, like, in that scene originally, there was going to be more of of Susan yelling at Lucy. Like there was gonna be like a bit where she's like fighting, like, "Yo, let me die," and Sue's like, "No, I won't die. We'll be here forever. You'll be fine. You're gonna be fine. Say the magic words." But then I'm like, wait. How about no? How about we be fucking serious for a second and talk about this seriously? Lucy's fucking depressed. Let's show her be fucking depressed. Let's fucking get into this fucking mindset. She's fucking done. She's defeated. We're gonna put on our fucking serious hat and take this thing as fucking serious as possible. We'll give it a good fucking argument as to why Lucy wants to die and really fucking hammer it home. Hammer it home with not only hers, but also the struggles that Susan's having. Because there's so many fucking aspects to suicide that we just don't really talk about. We don't realize. And so it's more than just one thing. That was the whole point of January, and that's one of the thing is like I didn't want to make it just one thing. It's not just Lucy's gonna kill herself because of Mike. She's killing herself because she has no one left, because he took everything from her, because she tried, because she keeps failing herself, she keeps failing her friends, she's gonna kill herself because she realizes that her existence is causing someone pain. Because and if she were to try and move back to that table, like, again, it gives more credence. It makes the fucking table move seem bigger than it is, because now there is kind of stakes to that. There's a real legitimate reason for why Lucy doesn't want to go back to the table, why she can't be with her friends. It's because she knows now that if she goes back, she's going to have to deal with Mike's burning fucking resentment to her every fucking day for the rest of her goddamn life. And she can't deal with that. She and everyone has been telling her, no, you can just go back to the table. She realized she fucking can't. It's too late. It's too much, and she's had it. Yes.
And you pulled the big like letters on that, which is it won't always be the same, because it won't always be the same. Not today, not tomorrow, just not again.
Yeah. Wait, what do you
We
mean it's not the same?
we need to look at the
It's
stream.
it's just like not the same, because sure, we had our fun, we had our moments, but now like everything is just gone. There's
Oh,
no
yeah, we can't go back to the way that we were. Yeah, that was the whole in fact, that's the whole ending message of January. Also, I
yeah,
do like that picture. I like Hair Lucy. Hair Lucy
it's
is
Weenie,
nice.
man,
look at
you
the stream.
I'm gonna kill you.
By the
But
way,
like,
me and Weenie Hut are gonna go head to head in a BCB trivia match on October 31st. I got a
right.
request off for that day. It's gonna be a Monday too, which is gonna work out really well.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I've already got like a bunch of fucking questions. I have 63 questions so far. And okay, here I'll actually give you just one one.
Yeah,
I'll give you an example.
don't
Pick a
let us
number
know ahead.
between.
Uh,
Just pick a number between 1 and 63.
uh,
Both of you
17.
can.
Uh, one.
All right. So, 17. Paolo sure is a lovable playboy, isn't he? He does tend to get around. I wonder, how many girlfriends has he managed to go all the way with?
That's a trick question. None of them.
Weenie?
No. Repeat the question.
Paolo sure is a lovable playboy, isn't he? He does tend to get around. How many girlfriends has he managed to go all the way with?
Okay, so when you say girlfriends, I'm thinking like, officially dating. So I'm gonna go with one. What?
Who's the one?
Rachel.
Correct. Weenie is correct.
They were
Rachel
not boyfriend and
counts.
girlfriend. That is
He was
incorrect.
He didn't acknowledge. They were. They were.
They were
When
not. They
fucking
never
car,
said it, and they were never
when
a
that
thing.
car
It
he
was an
was.
unofficial
It's
friends with
true.
benefits thing. That
It
is not
counts.
true,
I want.
actually.
No,
I
it
want.
counts. They went on the date. They went to the fucking
That-
drive-in theater.
That doesn't.
They
No,
went
that was
on
literally just manipulating him so they could get back at Tess.
No.
I want look.
No,
After
no,
That
no, no.
you can't.
The
That's a
second one.
subjective.
The
I'm gonna
second
ask
one.
Tashi right
The
now.
second
I'm gonna
one.
make a
Don't
fake
you
Twitter account and be like at Tashi.
I'm not
Did
talking about the one where not the first time that he has sex with her. I'm talking about fucking the
this?
second time.
Yeah, but I
It's,
didn't ever see them as like boyfriend and girlfriend. They were just
that's
friends and they
because
had sex.
that's on you. Then you are as dumb as fucking Paolo.
No, they never set those guidelines. They never set them.
Uh,
That you can't be like, oh, I want this ship to sail, so I'm going to like
no,
pretend
it's
that.
not about that.
Okay, can I steal another point? Give me my
Yeah.
question for number one.
All right, number one. Who loves Lucy the most devoutedly and unwavering?
Harder.
Shut
Weenie?
the fuck up! I swear. Okay. Ye- God, that's kind of difficult because I want to say Carter, but then again, there's also Apollo, and I don't think Mike loves Lucy as much as. I think I'm gonna go with Carter.
Yep, correct. You're both correct. It was Carter. How
Yeah, but
Yay!
because he also has feelings for he has weird feelings with Daisy as well. Oh,
okay.
he is not unwavering. He wavers the fuck out of it. Want to go for another?
you,
Give me
hey,
another random number.
two, wait,
All right,
no,
all
no,
right, all
hold
right.
on, hold
Don't give
on.
out. We got it.
Let
We
me,
got to talk about this chapter. We haven't even got
yeah,
through the reviews
Okay.
yet of
yeah,
of
yeah. That
December.
was just a, that was just
Okay.
a sneak peek. Just remember, Rob. Just
Okay.
remember, 2-1, Four Eyes.
No, not at all. Because you can't. I disagree with your assessment, and I think it's subjective. But anyway, December. I think it was a good idea, but Mike was way too harsh, poorly
Mm.
executed. Um, and it makes me sad.
Okay, and that's your final verdict.
What's the
Yeah.
rate?
Okay. So
I think
okay,
for
so
what Tashi was trying to do, it was perfect. It was
okay,
absolutely exactly what it needed to do,
Mhm.
which was to turn people against Mike or make Mike the bad guy so we could balance things out between Lucy being bad to Mike versus Mike being bad to Lucy. However, the pendulum swung way too harshly in the other direction, especially, and it makes it even worse because Lucy was actually trying to be really nice and be a better person. And I think that's why it hits even harder because you can tell that she's going out of her way to be kinder. And the sad reality was it was just too late. Mike was already set to hate her at that point.
Mhm.
all right. Wait, is that it? Is that all you got?
Yeah.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want of the BCB panel, I want to present to you my good old friend, the legend
Oh no.
himself, Lieutenant Amazil, on his final verdict on December. Take it away, Lieutenant.
So again, once again, I say this. As I said in the rant, and Rob, I hate to tell this to you, but you have yet to open your third eye and understand it because, my boy, it was never about trying to make Mike hateable. Mike was hateable a long while ago when he was turning into Moody Mike mode. This, the I so I've as I have described it, December was meant to be a bombshell chapter. It wasn't not just to set Mike up as a villain, but to blow up and to finally have a talk about Mike and Lucy's problems in their relationship. You know, Lucy being a bitch and Mike having to deal with that and having that come to a head finally. We finally had that happen, and this is it. Okay, awesome. And in that regard, yes, it does execute it. It does get that job done. It was too much, of course, and but that's not necessarily the big problem I have with it. As I have said in the rant, the problems that December have, there are plenty. There are a number of things where I'm like, "Oh, this is bad." Or I don't like this. Or I can be like that. But on the other hand, from a writer's perspective, if I take a like the fact that it's and also the fact that it's been so long, and having to like look at this again and again and again, like again, it's still bullshit. this stuff is still fucking bullshit. But if but you know, you could take solace in the fact that its purpose was to blow up this whole relationship and to me like, okay, now we have something to go with. Now the fucking clock is ticking. The bomb has been revealed under the table, and now the suspense is on. Now we're on the edge of our seats. Now we are having to look now we're focused on Lucy. All eyes are on Lucy. She's hit rock bottom. She's at the worst point in her fucking life. She's just been told that no one fucking loves her. She is going to be left with nothing, and as Mike is going to move to a new table and take all of her friends with him. And then, but the real fucking problem is you can't take solace in that. You can't even enjoy that. Oh, maybe now we get to see Lucy fucking develop. Now we get to see her try. Now we get to see how this goes. Now we get to see the depression arc. No, you fucking don't, you fucking idiot, because you're never getting it. You will never get to see Lucy. You will never see her fucking. You will only see glimpses of her wither and die in the background. And what's even fucking worse, once we get to the next chapter in 10 seconds to fucking midnight, is that it has the fucking gall of teasing us, giving us a fake out of Lucy at the rooftop. It's just fucking bullshit. It's so fucking dumb, and I fucking hate it.
Dude's just setting it up for later.
It's so stupid.
I don't know. You get everything off your mind.
I got all my stuff out in the fucking rant. Again, watch the rant. It's really good. It has everything that it says. And also, it has the original versions of the pages.
Yeah, I watched it. Abigail, beautiful. I was literally drawing, and I was like, you know what? Abigail like spent so hard on the Let's Rant. Gotta listen to it.
What the fuck?
Oh yes.
Did I? What did I just do?
I don't know. What did you do?
Why is it being weird?
So Amazil, what's your rating? What's your rating on this splendid chapter?
0 out of 10. And not the ride never ends. And what's worse is Eternal Flame Nullify has brought us all the way back to the fucking Stone Age into December. I fucking love it. Now Lucy is back to now Mike and Lucy's relationship has been reset back to square fucking one.
It's like not even square one. It's like behind square one, dude.
I don't want to fucking read the next chapter after December because it's fucking meaningless.
What? At loose ends?
Yes. Ultimately, yeah.
Yeah, but like it's great not seeing the Mike and Lucy drama. This is a really good chapter.
Like I said, though, you don't, like I said in the rant, like you have the momentum of December, the biggest fucking bombshell that this comic has ever put out, and you follow it up with a fucking slog of a chapter.
No, don't.
Page thing that has nothing to do with what you just set up. Instead of carrying that momentum and moving on and being like, all right, now we're gonna fucking focus on Lucy and Mike and go into this stuff. If you had this, if you just skipped at loose ends and moved on to Piece of Cake and Just Beautiful and then 10 seconds to midnight, maybe, like, then you'd have something. It would at least you'd be carrying that momentum, but it takes the big bombshell moment of December and then just grinds it to a halt because you were stuck with this 48-page chapter that has nothing to do with what we just fucking
it doesn't need
to.
You have to remember this is a slice of life comic, and they can jump into. I think this was good. I don't really mind it like that. I think it was like it gives you time to ruminate on what happened as we look at this other story that isn't related.
No, but that's
it's
the
like
thing, though.
The bombshell, and then you're in the aftershock, and this chapter is like a side step from that, and you're still in the aftershock, and you have this going on.
No,
I
Then you
honestly,
can't even appreciate this then.
because
Because all
this,
I'm thinking is fucking Lucy's gonna
I
kill
was
herself.
I was never thinking that when I got to this chapter. I was fine with it.
That's
no,
that's fine, but I'm talking about again, like as a chronic reader, like having to go through all of December and then spend like what was it, 4 fucking months, almost a fucking year at loose ends,
I
and
mean,
then
it was set up in the previous
it was,
chapter.
yeah,
yeah,
but
but
I don't care, dude. Look,
This is
the placement of this. Look, shush, because I'm gonna beat your ass on fucking October 31st. But
okay.
look, look. I want to say this chapter feels so just so out of place. Like, stop giving us a false sense of fucking hope. All hope is lost. Why are you trying to
yeah.
regain something that isn't going to be there anymore? You killed off every character, like every like source of good character in this one person, and you just think, oh, let's just like skip to something else. No, you can't just do that. You can't just like kill off a main character and try to make us move on. You can't eliminate Daniel Bryan from the WWE Royal Rumble
The
2015
fuck?
and make us chant for Roman Reigns. It's
I
not
don't
gonna
know
happen.
what that means, but look, it's not that big of a deal. I think it's fine.
Mm,
This
like
was
I'm
something that
saying,
has
all
been
I'm
building up. This chapter is also something that's been building up to for a long time. We've gotten hints and bits and pieces of it, and now we finally get to see what all that stuff was. So I think it's good.
oh
It's a very
Oh,
okay
bittersweet chapter. We get some
okay
Daisy.
here
We actually do get a follow up because Lucy doesn't show up to the Christmas party.
here's the thing. You want to know what's fucking funny about this? I clearly remember this chapter being in Volume 4. I checked. Wait a minute. No, it's the closer for Volume 3. I was fucking wrong.
yep, it's kind of dumb like that. I just wanted to point out though, like, yeah, you can fucking be, yeah, sure, this is a neat aside and stuff, but there's a few problems with it, and one and yeah, you can have this fucking shell shock moment, but it would have been so much fucking better. It would have been leagues fucking better if instead you'd be like, all right, like this is again what I've been fucking saying about with January. I'm like, this is where we're putting our fucking serious hat on. We're not gonna steer away. We're not going to we're not going to turn away from the hard shit. We're going to fucking focus on this because we have something very important to say. The game is on. The race is on, where this could be a this December should have been a big turning point for BCB, where it's like, all right, now now there are stakes. Now there's something happening, and now we have something to worry about. We have something to really focus on. We have a main actual fucking plot instead of a bunch of intertangled plots to make one super plot. It's we have something to focus on. There is a timer, and instead we've our attention's being dragged away to something that honestly and because I don't think we're gonna be able to get into at loose ends just because it's so long,
Yeah,
and we have been through it has been it is late for you, I know,
it's 11
but
Yeah,
o'clock.
yeah, yeah,
this is like
but
after December. It's like December. When you read through December, it's the biggest burnout chapter.
When I
yeah,
get into bed, I'm literally gonna write a story where it's like Augustus like takes Mike back to see all his fuck ups in his life, and he
Uh,
takes him
what a
back
wonderful
to see,
life.
kinda, but not really. He's gonna take him back to that moment in December, and it's gonna be like current Mike, and Mike's gonna be like, "You gotta let me." Like it's like a Christmas Carol, and he can see
uh,
what's going. Like him and Augustus can see what's going on, but nobody can see them. And Mike's gonna be like, "You gotta let me say something to Lucy, like right now." And Augustus
they
is like,
all they
you
already did
can,
that.
Mike
stranger.
has to sit there and watch him scream at Lucy, and it destroys him on the inside.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
but
okay, so
here's the okay. Wait, no, you didn't let me. You didn't let me finish though.
okay,
Like
I'll let you finish. I'll let you finish.
I've the thing is like again, it's point of my whole problem with this whole thing. And oh, that was the since we are not going to be able to talk about at loose ends, let me once again reiterate one of the main problems I have with that chapter was there was a actually really good opportunity that they could have done because I don't
Oh,
think any I don't think anyone any fucking reader who has dedicated and fucking actually cared about BCB ever thought there was ever a snowball's chance in hell that Abby's mom was alive. And yeah, Teshi could say, "Oh, no one dies in this comic." Sure, yeah, I believe you.
What do you mean no
But
one dies?
actually, no,
she said
no,
that
Amazon,
before. She said that
Amazon.
before.
Wait,
Yeah.
Something did
where
die.
did her
Something did
mom
die.
go?
Look, she went of hell.
Yeah.
Okay, look, something in this comic did die. Every single
Our love.
patient, our patients died
Yeah.
in this fucking comic.
But here's the thing though. Um it would have imagine if you will the chapter at loose ends if instead Abby's mom was alive and he got like one last fucking talk with her
But
and
why
they'd
couldn't
have
they
a
just
sweet
live with
fucking
her?
moment. Huh?
Why couldn't they just live with her then?
No,
No,
because she's hospitalized. I mean,
Is she gonna be
because she's
hospitalized the entire her rest of her life?
no, she's in critical care. Like they found her. Like, oh my god, Abby. Yeah, she's right here.
You
We finally
realize
did
that
it. She's
this
okay.
incident
She's fine.
happened when Abby was in 4th grade.
but I'm
So she
sorry,
telling
but
me she's been in critical care since Abby was in 4th grade.
Yeah, she was
yeah,
in a coma. She finally fucking got out of it.
Oh
What?
wow, that would
You
be
think
some
they
soap
could have
opera writing. That would be.
yeah,
I
that
feel
they would
like
be above that?
I
You
feel
think they'd
like
be above that?
Yeah, well they clearly are because they didn't do it. You wanted them to.
no,
so. What's that?
don't
What's
worry,
that
Adi,
Say
say
about
about
don't
it?
worry,
No. Okay,
ladies and
here's the thing.
gentlemen.
Here's the thing. All right, because guess what you could do, and it just give Abby something. Just be like, hey, no, here's the twist. Actually, she's fucking alive, and she has one last fucking and we get this fucking sweet moment, and maybe that can balance out the problems of December. We can show that hey, there is something to look forward to. Abby, someone has help has happiness, and we have like that. Maybe you can have that kind of dichotomy if you want. It'd have more impact. It'd have something, but instead, it's nothing, and it only serves to feed more into Abby's complex, and essentially lead him down the road of being one of the most unlikable, uncaring assholes in the world. In the world,
Mhm. Yeah,
I just cannot stand it. I almost I got into an argument with a friend because I'm like, on some level, Abby's why didn't Abby's mom like message him, like say anything, like try to
Because
reach out? I mean,
Because she like died immediately.
she didn't even get a funeral. She didn't make any arrangements.
oh yeah, how come
yo,
they didn't
no,
go to the funeral? I don't know.
There was none.
No, cause her mom
She
said to not
denied
let them know.
that's yeah, exactly. That's my fucking problem. She denied their family the right to grieve. It's pretty fucked
She
up.
wanted them to
don't
grow up
worry,
in a normal way, and
guys,
That's
don't worry,
bullshit.
I don't understand
guys.
why she died anyway. The nurse was like,
Oh, you're actually getting better.
I don't know. Maybe she got Montiome and they didn't, and she was allergic to penicillin. Oh,
"What?"
You know,
I'm gonna
I'm gonna,
message Tashi the next straw stream, and I'm gonna
yeah,
say,
okay.
"Hey,
Wait,
All right,
no.
so
I'm
ladies,
after I get unbanned from the draw stream.
yeah,
Hopefully.
okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this has been the lovely read of December, and now our upcoming event. Wait for October 31st when I whoop Rob's ass on
wait.
it's
our.
gonna be
I
what?"
have one more. I have one question to give you.
I have one question. When are Mike and James gonna kiss?
Fuck off. You're not gonna see it. Look. Mad Hat will always be a better gay character than James ever could.
Look how happy he
Here's
is.
here's a
And
pop
that's
quiz question. What
okay. Who's gonna go first?
Oh, you go.
Okay.
Or
Give
not.
me.
Okay. Question 25. What the fuck was the joke about? What the fuck was the joke about in the 6-page chapter, chapter 99 PDA? No looking at their archives. I can see your stream.
Wait, what? What was the
And
joke in PDA?
what was the chapter 99 PDA about?
Oh, that was the one where Madison is mauling at Lucy, but Lucy doesn't hear her.
Correct.
Wasn't that question for me, dipshit?
It's for anyone. Thank
Okay.
God
So
damn, Winnie, what the
you.
fuck?
With our rules,
okay, give
there's
me one.
the regular multi-choice where you guys, but you guys
Why?
both to get my question, and then and then there's the
Okay.
one where you have to buzz in.
Why
Okay,
why
like,
is Mike embarrassed about being a
Gamer when literally everyone he knows plays video games.
yeah.
like it's
Look,
2009. By 2009, most people played video games.
okay, we're gonna make a new concept to this, like, to this rivalry. Like, on the day, it's going to be, like, questions assigned to us, and if we can't get it, the other person has a chance. So
No,
that's how
yeah.
it's gonna work.
Again, I'm going to. Yes, that is literally the RLM rule.
I don't like the thing where I have to buzz in. No, it's just you give us the questions, and if
Mang.
we can't answer them, the other person can have the question.
There's
Mike
both.
Mike is embarrassed about video games, but is openly in the manga section. All right,
I don't understand.
And
I don't
man,
understand. I don't get it. I'm
wait,
just
Rob,
kidding.
are you gonna
What?
create are you gonna create a fan promo to our rivalry leading up to this
Oh
very
yeah,
moment?
no, I'm gonna definitely do a video on it for sure.
Is it just Are you just gonna like grab a clip of a WWE promo and just put our icons in it?
Oh, I don't know
What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be like,
I'm going to edit.
Monday, Monday, Monday.
I was gonna say I'm gonna fucking edit it to be like the literal RLM fucking quiz show.
Man, bro, who's gonna be in my ring corner though? I want Merc to be in it, but I don't know if he's gonna be around in the stream.
I don't know.
You know,
Uh,
Rob, you can have Leslie. I don't care.
I swear to God,
Actually, I'm going to.
I kicked Leslie out to fucking protect your ass, so
Okay,
you're
here's the
welcome.
thing, though. Here's the
Wait,
thing.
what?
Um, here's a secret about this quiz, though. There's a number of questions in here that are just kind of unfair.
Yeah, remove them.
I guarantee you, I will know them. But don't tell me what they
Sure.
are. Don't
And
leave.
here's the thing, though. You're not. So I can. I am betting on this. I am. This is not going to. This is not just you versus Weenie. No, this is gonna be me versus you, versus everyone. I'm going to flex my fucking might as hard as I
Oh
fucking
yeah,
can.
well I know about the cats.
Do you know who
I
Larkin is?
Yeah, I know who
Yeah,
Larkin is.
I know
He
Larkin.
was
Who is Maya's
Lucy's
love interest though.
friend from
Norman.
private school.
No, 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 no.
Yes.
Larkin was Maya's love interest.
What?
I don't
No,
remember.
I
that
refuse to
but
believe that.
There.
I've never seen.
Probably.
He was a black cat, right?
Yeah.
Correct, Weenie. You are correct. That is
That's
Larkin.
Yeah.
that's three.
It was
That's
Lucy.
4 eyes.
What I know who I literally said who Larkin was, and you were like, no.
Because I don't know who that. I don't know anything about her private school.
I'm pretty certain they were friends from her other school, but that could have been a fan fiction also.
If he made resurgence, because that character is a fan character.
I won't spoil anything, but
He's
Larkin
removed from the original fucking comic.
Larkin is definitely going to be a thing. I never forget the fan characters, even the ones that were taken out before I started reading.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. And by the way, that wasn't even the question. That wasn't the real question.
Actually, though, Rob, like in all seriousness, I do actually want us to host a little rivalry between us two other people, and I don't know, Amazon. I want you to be the questionnaire for it. I want to see in a friendly manner, by the way. I want to see Merc versus Quick Maths.
Huh.
I want to see it, bro. I want to see it like in a friendly manner.
There's only 4 pages of Augustus X Abbey. We need to fix that on the Candy
And
Boru.
and Rob,
Whoa.
once I'm finished with you, you are no longer gonna be posting your fucking Augustus X Lucy crap.
Oh, well, you don't like Augustine X Lucille.
Because once I'm done with you, I'm gonna have my buddy Amazon over here. I'm just gonna have him fuck you up in the next rivalry where
This
he
is
has to
his
go up
favorite
against
ship.
you and I be the questionnaire.
I'm gonna write an Augustus X Lucy story where Augustus doesn't push Lucy away when they try to make out. So
How about this?
I
I'm gonna make
hate you.
what?
That's the whole reason I made the thought police.
I hate you. I'm going to destroy. Listen, you know that it would be fun. Oh my god.
No, it would be terrible.
I love this image.
She's manipulated. She becomes the person that she hates. That was the whole point of January, was to teach Lucy.
They were
to be a
actually
better person.
friends, though. It would be fine.
Except that it's the wrong time.
so
She
maybe
she is blatantly looking for a shoulder to cry on, and Augustus does not deserve that. He deserves to be with someone. I would be fine if he goes with Lucy, sure, but not like that. Not in that situation. Not right now.
maybe you two should be the one fighting in October 31st.
Look,
Amazon, please
all
knock
I'm
some sense
saying
into this boy.
is that I go back on the Candy Boru, and sometimes I see things where I'm like, how is this still on the Boru? Like this one, where he's like giving her a hickey. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So are you up for it, Rob? Are you up
Fingers
for
crossed.
me versus you?
But yeah, I already requested the day off.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Wait, Amazon, are you gonna be like? Are you gonna be the person that's gonna be like? And it's ready to
What the
rumble.
fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What is this
What?
picture? Who did this? Ace?
Okay, no, Rob, if you want a bad picture, search up like Lucy X Pearl from Steven Universe.
Yeah, I already know that image. Oh my god, someone made a fucking Jasmine figurine. This is based.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna make you into a figurine once I'm done.
Whoa.
All right, so
I don't like
I'm
that.
gonna
He's gonna put me in a jar.
all right. I'm gonna have to
I still
go
have my Lucy figurine.
because I have
Wait, you
school
have
tomorrow and
what?
it's gonna be a bitch. I have school tomorrow and it's gonna be a real
Alright,
bitch, but
well,
I'm gonna have a good day because I'm gonna be watching the re-release of No Way Home. So
Ah, sweet.
you said you have
You
a
should
Lucy
read.
figurine?
Yeah.
You know,
Got it from
Katana
the
would
reprint.
probably pay a pretty penny for that.
Too bad it's mine.
Wait, can I have it? Can that be the prize? Whoever wins the...
No.
Ah!
Bitch, this is mine. And you know how many? Okay, here's the thing. I've had a fucking mixed thing with the figurine because I have actually bought it like twice before, and the one time that I bought it myself, like I remember it. I fucking accidentally dropped it and its head came off. Clean shot. Yeah.
No!
And I'm like, okay, I can super glue it back on. It's fine. And then I lost it somehow. And so I like bugged my friend. I'm like, hey, can you buy this thing for me? I want it. I really want it. I really need it. And I'm like, sure. And so he bought it for me, and I was eternally grateful. And I dropped it and knocked its head off again, and then I super glued it. It was fine.
I have a
wait, what?
question.
Wait, the Lucy
Do
figure?
you know
Yes.
why Volume 4 is just an ebook and not a physical release?
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know.
Publication reasons.
What?
Wait, what?
Actually, wait a second. 4?
Going to buy literally everything on the BCB store.
I
Even
only
the
want to
candy.
buy-
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
I do
I only
actually
want
want to buy the omnibus. Omnibus? Omnibussy?
Oh, Rob, I found you a good price for that. It's literally going for $15.
Volume 4, you see. Let me see.
What is going for 15 bucks?
The omnibus,
What? Wait, where?
eBay.
Really? I'd
Yeah.
rather
Do you
just
want?
get a new one
No. Why? Why would you want to buy a new one?
so I can give them my money.
No, they don't deserve your money.
Wow, the Sad Lucy button isn't sold out. Definitely buying the Amaya button. I should buy some of these buttons and put it on my work thing. That would be cool.
I should make a button too. It's called Weenie for v Rob 10. When one as in I won that time and you lost that time.
Okay.
It's gonna be a good button
In
too. I'm gonna
order
wear it.
accidents pack. In order to buy everything off of the store. Let's see how much it'll be. Wait. What do you mean the shopping cart is empty? Did you not just see me put all the stuff in it? Also, I like the Daisy carrying the thing and then it puts the thing on there.
Yeah,
Wait, have they
that's what
am
about
I
that.
just banned from buying stuff off the store? No!
Rob, if you
Wait,
want,
I want to buy the bundle. Gimme. There's
no,
no shot
No,
that they
never
blocked
mind.
my IP from buying things. Is the store just borked?
No, they may have just bought.
They said to not
Okay,
buy
so
things
no,
from them
actually.
anymore, but I want to
I sh-
buy the stuff.
but yeah, Amazon, you
No,
haven't
I have.
finished my you haven't like finished my question. Why is Volume 4 unavailable?
I don't know. I thought I had it. I just have 1 through 3 and then 6.
Oh, wait, do you have do you think you have the Roseville, like Ask Roseville High?
I ain't buying that shit.
Oh, because I heard there was some Micah Examaya shit in that.
Ew, go find it
Uh,
yourself.
I mean, it's on the
do
website for free.
wait, where?
Tumblr.
It's literally a
No, no,
Tumblr.
no, literally they have like exclusive shit that they don't that's in it.
Well,
Oh,
what you're looking for
well,
might be on the Tumblr, so.
I might have the. I think I have the. I think it's one of the PDFs, but
If you find some Mike Examaya on that
yeah.
PDF,
Why don't you
can you send it?
just
Can you send it to me, please?
No, I can find it yourself, but
look?
Please, please, Amazon, please.
I know
You know,
that I make jokes and it's funny shit or whatever, but it does make me genuinely sad that I can't buy the stuff and I can't
you know
talk to
what,
the
Rob?
community and
Rob,
that it's all been taken from me. I don't know
Rob,
why they hate me as much as they do. I
look, I can
haven't threatened them. I haven't threatened anyone in the community.
look, Rob. I can buy some stuff for you if you want.
I mean, I don't know if it's just an error with the website or if it's literally just because of
nah.
my IP.
I can just buy it for you, dude. I literally just. It's gonna sound weird, but just give me just give me your address and I'll fucking send it to you.
I'm about to give you a PO box.
Yeah, whatever works. I'll try to like figure out how those works because my brain is very fucking underdeveloped.
Oh,
Yeah,
Maybe they
but
just
still,
don't.
like, still. I'll see you guys later.
all right. Take care.
Uh, yeah, nah, Rob, you better rest up. You better fucking watch your shoulder, cause I'm coming for you, buddy. I'm coming for you. I'm coming in your dreams, bitch. Okay, fuck y'all.
All right. Take care. Bye bye.
It really does make me sad. Like,
Ah, yeah. I understand.
I don't get it. Uh,
Like they're kind of fucking idiots. They're assholes.
I don't I don't get it.
And you never will. For the rest of your life, you may
I
you'll
want
end
to
up
buy the
wondering what you could have
plushies.
done wrong. But the answer I'm telling you right now is nothing. There is nothing you can do. There's nothing you could have done. And that's okay. Just have to deal with it, I guess. And if you can't deal with it, live with it. Live with it.
I find a way. I always find a way. It's just sad because I feel like that things could be things could be cool and groovy if we learn to get along.
Like be a
You know, I feel like there is more to gain from opening up a dialogue and trying to have some sort of understanding than there is
Sure.
just
Yeah.
like trying to push me out of like, because nobody wants this. Nobody wants this. The fans don't want this. I don't want this. People who are banned don't want this. Literally no one wants this but two people and maybe a few of the moderators. But like, I have no doubt in my mind that if I was unbanned tomorrow, I would probably get a warm reception. People would probably be excited to see it.
And I'll tell you right now, you don't need it.
Like,
Don't waste your time chasing after someone else's. Oh, and you know what? I'm gonna save it. I'll just say this: watch the timeout rant once it comes out. It will tell you all you need to know.
It's just kind of silly to me. This whole thing. I don't understand. And I know I won't understand and stop trying to figure people out, but it just doesn't make any sense. The only sense it makes is to hold on to a grudge, or that's it. There's no actual. I haven't made any threats. I haven't done anything. I didn't do anything worth getting banned to begin with. I literally didn't do anything. Everyone knows it. I know it. You know it. Everyone knows it. I made a video about it. So
I know, and
it's like,
I hate to tell you this because it's the thing that was told to me, but it is as true as it was in the past, and it will not help you. It's not going to make it feel better, but it is the only explanation I can give, and it is the only one that is correct. BPD is a bitch, and you're
yeah,
never.
but
And
does Suitcase also have it?
he's just a bitch in himself. But here's the thing: you're not fighting a person, you're fighting mental illness. Someone else's mental illness. And you're not going to win. You will never win.
I am also just as crazy.
Then you will find new levels.
Oh wow, Lucy kind of looks like Mike in this picture. I can see why they redrew that.
I do need to work on this fucking rant.
They ruined. Happened. Can't find my boost card. Now I can't find my free boost. Oh, I don't know what that means. Is that like a phone thing? Is that like a subway thing? I it 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 just makes me say it. Yeah, it's not like you scammed thousands of people out of surgery money or said the N word. Wait, what? Is that something that happened? I know that. Oh wait, that's right. Someone
Probably.
started that Tumblr, and it wasn't me. I know it sounds like it was me, but it wasn't.
Eleven?
There was a Tumblr that was started for BCB, and it was called. Let's see if I can. Latest. Salty moldy baggage. Are BCB Patreon members just like okay with Suitcase publicly gambling all their money away? Like, clearly it isn't being used to make the comic better. He's gambling huge amounts away on horrible bets and even soliciting members in the Discord to help him do it. It's insane. I do remember him talking about gambling or something in the latest Straw stream. The Scarf P chapter is good. I agree. I actually I wish I could make a video on it.
What?
You know Midnight Visit?
No.
Oh, I can send it to you if I can. Actually, I don't know. I do know where to find it.
I don't know if I wanna.
No, it's not. It's not as bad as it sounds. But it's a classic Mike and Lucy dynamic. Oh, making a reference to Wings of Redemption. Oh God, no.
Ah.
That suitcase isn't that bad. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's not that fat.
It's a great community. It's good, really good artists. I just want to be able to like focus and like lead the charge on like community projects, which I have infinite ideas for. The dubs are just the tip of the iceberg. It's just I can't because everyone's too scared because they don't want to they don't want to be the one. And I understand it. I've been there, done that. No one wants to stick their head over the parapet because they don't want to get shot with the arrow. I've been there, and if I can speak from experience again, I completely understand when you're in that zone, that community, and it doesn't matter what community, but when you're with somebody that you really look up to and they're telling you one thing, it doesn't matter what it is, you're going to want to believe it because you're going to want to fit in with the person that's telling you this stuff. And I learned almost too late, maybe it was too late. I learned that turning my back on who I wanted to be and who I was just to fit in with these people who were bad people, or they weren't necessarily as nice as they could be. It turned me. I ended up turning my back on a lot of good people. It turned me into somebody that I wasn't, and I betrayed a lot of my own personal morals and beliefs. And eventually, I came to my senses, and I was like, "This is fucked up, and I'm at fault here, and I shouldn't be listening to them. And I should be happy. I should be the person I want to be, and I shouldn't care at what the people think." And the person I'm talking about was somebody who was the admin. They created this local furry group that I used to be a part of, and I got banned for speaking my mind. When I started pushing back against them and standing up to them after we had been friends because I realized that what they were doing was wrong, I got banned and I lost everything. But I ended up gaining more in the long run because I stood up for what was right. And eventually, everybody saw what I was trying to say about that person was true. It was funny because I made these 2 videos calling this person out, and everyone thought it was nuts until they were at the other end of the gun and they were like, "Oh shit, he was right. We should have just listened to him the whole time." And it reminds me a lot of that. Where
Do you know what it is?
what?
You know what BCP is? Holy shit. It's a cult.
It's not a cult. I know you're gonna go there. This is not a cult.
No, seriously. Like, that's exactly how I felt. Like, it being in the thick of it when I was a part of the community. Like, I felt gaslit, like, constantly, every fucking day. I learned to distrust my friends and all their opinions because I valued them as I valued the opinions of the community and and Tashi in general more than anyone else. Also, and and even if it's not, it's not a cult like just straight up, but it's cultish. It's fucking we're like that, and that's why I always say like I hate that, and that's why I always like rag on the treatment of the characters because even if it's not trying to be, that's exactly what it's fostering. That's exactly what you do because like all these characters are catered. The people who I find rationalize like all the bullshit that these characters do, like the people who rationalize um, that rationalize like Mike's decision in December, the people who rationalize Lucy's decisions and everything else, the people who see themselves in Lucy, those people are the most emotionally vulnerable. They are mentally disturbed. They have problems of their own, and they see themselves in BCB. They see an out. They see someone who can actually tell them, who they can relate with, who they, for the first time they look at them and they're like, "You get it. You understand my pain. You understand my feeling," and so they lean to it. They look to the comic for answers, and the sad fact is that it doesn't have the answers. Tashi doesn't really know what to do. Tashi isn't in. Tashi doesn't want to answer those questions because she doesn't know the answer to those questions, and thus it leads to a bad cycle where people are just, it's the blind leading the blind, and
Well, nobody wants to get banned. I mean, if you get
that's
banned, people know what's gonna happen. You're not gonna be allowed to. No one's gonna want to associate with you. You're not gonna be allowed to be in any official spaces. You're gone from all of that. Everything's taken from you. It's like it
you're excommunicated.
yeah,
Like in
it reminds
adults.
me a lot of the Jehovah's Witnesses. What happens to people that get kicked out of there? Like you can't, your
You mean
family's gone,
Scientology?
all your friends are gone. You're not allowed to talk to them. They aren't allowed to talk to you, or they'll get in trouble. It's
I
not
don't know if it's
right.
Jehovah's Witnesses, but I know Scientology is that way.
And people should not be afraid to associate with other people in the community. Like I think people should be, it should be up to them who they want to associate with. It should not be up to the people that run things.
Mm.
That, like, I don't like, I'm not a huge fan of Leslie, but I would not prevent anybody in this group from talking to him. I would not kick them out. I would not say don't talk to him. I wouldn't punish anyone. That's their prerogative. It's not up to me to tell somebody who they should and shouldn't be able to talk to. And the fact that maybe people realize that it's not okay, but if they say anything, what's going to happen? They're going to get banned. Oh, you don't like the way things are? Bye. And they've literally been on record stating that. Like, if you don't like the way things run, like, this is just the way we want to run things. We don't care if you don't like that. Uh, it's not. I don't think that's. Like, I get it, but at the same time, I feel like it stifles healthy community because now you have a bunch of people who are constantly afraid that they're going to be the next one to get banned because of something they did on accident.
Yeah.
People don't realize that it can happen to them until it happens to them. And I used to be the same way. And like I said, with that other person that I used to know in the furry group, I I used to be that same way until I started seeing it happen to other people, and I was like, oh shit, like this person is indiscriminate. Like they don't care how much of a friend you are to them. If they decide they don't like you, you're gone. That's it. And they will turn everyone against you, and they will make up something, and it doesn't matter what it is. There, there's a reason why they won't talk about why I was banned, because I wasn't banned for a good reason. If when people found out, they were like, "Really? That's why you were banned? Like, it doesn't feel like you should have been banned for that." And I'm like, "No, I shouldn't have." But I don't think anyone has to be the bad guy. I feel like we could work out this issue, and I feel like there's more to gain from having me come back than there is keeping me out. I have bridged a gap between the people in the official community and the people who are not in the official community, the people that are the outcasts. I have found a happy medium between those two because I've been part of both, and because both enjoy the content that I make, and not just the videos but the stories. I've tried to be supportive as I possibly can be of the community from the position that I'm in. It's just the only thing keeping me out is just the two people. I think people would be very excited to see me come back. I think people would be like, "Oh, it's the guy," and it would be great because then I could talk to more of the community and understand what sort of videos they want to see going forward. Um,
I was known as the Code Monkey guy for a bit.
yeah,
No, because the AMV.
yeah, I know, I've seen it. It's a good song.
I do like it. And it was used in the theme song for one of my favorite shows.
Oh, I love that. Code Monkeys, one of the most unique shows that's ever been made.
It's so of its time, but it's so nice.
I'm glad we got like 2 or 3 seasons of that. I kind of wish it could have kept going because it was so cool the way it was animated, but G4 ended up going down the crapper. But I don't know. Maybe with the rise of streaming services and G4 trying to come back, they could maybe get another season of that.
I don't know. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think a show like Code Monkeys could be as well received as it is nowadays. Maybe as like a proper like counterculture it could, but
Anyway,
I do like.
I'm a lot like Mike. I kind of ping pong between they're the villains and also no, they're not. I feel like we could work things out. I don't want to be on bad terms with anyone, and I know it's clown makeup time to say like I think eventually maybe possibly, but who knows. I
I've just oh
I know you've given up. I know you're like there's no shot that I don't know why you're banned.
um well, the final, if you want the short like final straw of it, it was for the art meme where I said, and you know the old art meme of
Yeah.
like, yeah, the, you know, the one prompt where it's like, "Now close your eyes, imagine that it's 7 chapters in the future and everything that you want to happen has happened, and when you open your eyes it is the most recent page. What do you now open and draw? What do you see?" And this was after December, and so I'm like, I'm fucking done. I don't know how you're going to fucking rebuild this ship. I don't think you can. I'm
Oh, but
fucking done.
they found a
So
way and then they sunk
no,
it
yeah,
immediately. And I was like, wow,
that's
that
no, no.
was
Here's the thing.
incredible.
So I was like, all right, you know what? I've given up on the ships. What do I want? I don't know. The only thing I want now, I guess, and I'm like, I had one joke. I had a joke in mind. I'm like, you know what? That'd be great. That is it. I found the answer. I had to ponder on it for like 30 minutes. I was like trying hard to think about it. And so I just wrote on a in big bold text on a black background. I wrote the end. That's what I want to fucking see.
Wait, you got banned for saying the end.
Yes. And
What?
I'm
What?
like, that's all I want. Yeah.
Oh, you could have
Yeah.
just stopped reading it and just pretended that was the end.
At the, no,
I
but
can't believe
like,
you got banned for that. What the fuck?
well, if you ask them, it was a long time coming because I'd been posting a lot of stuff. I'd been trying to like, I'd been making a lot. I had been doing the BZB for like a year, or at least like 6 months or so, like nonstop, creating, just drawing and drawing and drawing, throwing shit at the wall, writing shitty fics and stuff like that, and just trying to, and it felt, and it was pretty attention hoary, but my mentality was like, yes, of course it is, because that's really all we got left in this fucking earth is attention. I just want attention, and I want to make something that I can be happy with. I want to make something that I can be proud of. I want to make something good. And yeah, so yeah, I criticized the comic, and I'm like, I tried to, yeah, and with that I'm like, because I didn't want to believe. I'm like, that's not it. Like I've like, I tried to fucking ask like, hey, why did I get banned? Is it because they didn't fucking give me a reason? They just banned me right then and there. And I'm like, oh, yeah, well, like hey. So I like pop back in like, hey, why was I banned? And I like ban again. I tried to fucking, I tried to like email them, then get no, and I'm pretty sure, and they blocked my email. I'm pretty sure. I tried to message them on Skype, and the only response I ever got was this fucking vague. the vaguest fucking thing in the world. It was from Teshi herself, and she said, you made this bed, and now you have to sleep in it. And I did, and I was lost. I'm like, what the fuck? What does that mean? What the fuck do I do with that? What what did I do? I don't understand. And that fucking sentence would drive me crazy. I'm like, okay, well, I'm fine. I don't need this. That's fine. I'm gonna fucking just go on my own then. I'll do whatever I want. I'm free. I'm free to do whatever I want. I can make that fucking story that I always talked about doing. Let's do that. But at that point, I was so fucking like, so the background of that was like during that whole, again, leading up to that point, I'd been in the community for like a year, and that whole entire year was the worst fucking year of my life. I was going through high school and nothing. My high school life was great. I had friends. I had people who cared about me, who genuinely, like when I was making the BZB, I still remember my friends would ask me like, "Hey, when's the next page?" They'd be like, "Oh, when's that?" When they'd be enamored by me just drawing and cranking out pages. Like, "Oh, hey, look at this thing." They'd laugh at all the jokes and the stupid humor. And even though it was cringe, even though it was terrible, they enjoyed it. They were fascinated by it. They liked it. Probably because of boredom, maybe because they were just cool people. But I just had the great. But it was because of the. But the only thing that ruined my fucking high school experience was BCB, because because to me it didn't matter, because there was one bit of criticism that I was given that just resonated hard with me. They were like, "You're the kid that all the that hangs around the art people and thinks that he's an artist." And I'm like, "Yeah, my friends are artists. They do cool stuff. They're really nice, and they also cared about what I was doing." But I it made me it made me doubt it, like you were saying. Like I ended up like distrusting my friends. I'm like, no, yeah, they like it, but they don't understand it. They don't know these characters. They don't know what it's really talking about. They don't get it. Like, yeah, what does it mean? So it devalued any of that. All the positivity in my life became nullified, and I wasn't able to enjoy any what I loved doing, because I loved making comics. It's what I always did. When I was a kid, I would just when my mom took me shopping and like Macy's and stuff, I would always carry around a notebook and pencil. It was my thing. I was like, if I'm bored, I don't want to be bored. When I'm bored, I go to sleep. So I'm gonna bring in a fucking notebook wherever I go and just draw. If ever I have free time, I'm just gonna fucking draw whatever the fuck I want, whatever comes to mind. Just do it. And I loved doing that. And I loved webcomics. I loved the style. I loved the medium. I loved everything. And BCB ruined it. It destroyed that for me. It destroyed that confidence. It destroyed that love that I
Wait, you
had
saying
for it.
someone in the community said that to you?
Yeah, I don't know who. I don't care.
Oh, I
It's
mean
too
that's
late
just
now.
like run rando in the community though.
No, but here's the thing though. Like, it's not just that. Every single day. So imagine, right? Every the fucking workload, the amount of stuff that the amount of pages. I think I made like 300 fucking plus pages in the BZB, and there was a side thing as well that was going on, and just and every fucking I remember I would post sometimes multiple pages a day because I just crank them out like a fucking machine. I recognized in myself that I was hitting an artistic renaissance. I was like, I'm inspired. I am legitimately inspired. I can make. I have a thing I in my head that I want to make. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just fucking run it and have fun. Let the consequences be damned. Even if it's half baked, even if it doesn't make sense, I'm just gonna roll with it and roll the dice and see what happens, and just have fun. But and so every fucking day I'd fucking post a page, and every single time and every day I'd get the positivity from my friends. They'd be like, oh, this is great, this is fun, this is silly, this is great. And then I'd post it online, and then they'd be like, this is the worst thing I've ever fucking seen. This shit. This is terrible. Why are you doing this? And then every single time it just make this vicious cycle. I'm like, all right, I can improve. I know how to improve. If I improve by doing, so I have to make more. And so I'd make more pages, and then I'd get more negativity, and then I'd make more pages to try and improve, and then I'd get more negativity and more criticism. And I bull rushed it. I tried to be a bull I tried to bull rush it. I tried to be like, yeah. You know, this is just random. It doesn't matter. I'm like, but what if these people do have something to say? You know, some of the criticisms is right, and I have to acknowledge that. I have to fucking, if I want to actually improve, I have to listen to this. I have to see the truth in the criticism. Try to be constructive. Try to be proactive. And so I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna fucking do this. I'm gonna keep doing it. And every single day, and the negativity just whittled me down. It destroyed me to where when I was finally banned and I was free of BCB, at that point, I was broken and I didn't realize it. I just didn't have I had tried to make something else. I tried my hardest, and I could only muster maybe a page, at one page at most, because I'd just be like, all right, if I got to do this, I'm going to make it perfect. I'm going to pour over like this. I'm going to, like, okay, it's going to be like this, that, and that. I'm like, but do I really, but I was holding, but there was a mental block. There was something that was holding me back. I was like, it's not good enough. There, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm not fucking ready. I don't think, maybe if I fucking focus on it more, maybe if I look at it this way, maybe if I like work this sheet, maybe if I shop this scene more, maybe if I start brainstorming more things, like, okay, we can have like this dialogue, this dialogue, this dialogue, this dialogue. Okay, how do we get there? Okay, we start like this. Okay, how do we move from there? And I didn't have an answer, and I just keep blocking and be like, thinking and thinking and thinking. And until one day, and during this time, I'd been shopping the idea. And I tell my friends, I'm like, hey, I have this idea for a story, and it's gonna be like this, that, and they'd be like, oh, that's really cool, that's neat, and they'd be like, yeah, you should do that. I'm like, okay, sweet, yeah, I should do that, but I'm like, maybe I should work it more. Maybe I should shop it more. Maybe I should think about this scene more. And one day, I was in a fucking parking lot. I remember this. And I'm like thinking about characters. I'm like, all right, I'm going to focus on the characters. I want the character to be like this. You can be like this. They look like this. They have this kind of personality. They have this. And I'm like, wait a second. I realized in a blink of an eye, it had been 3 years and I made nothing. I had not read anything. I hadn't drawn anything. And I was stuck. And I realized BCB fucking robbed me. That I realized I was hurt in a way that I didn't understand. I realized that I wasn't able to draw anymore. That fucking energy that I had, that passion, that love was faded. It was dulled. It was gone. It was robbed from me. I had been whittled down to my core, and I just had nothing. I realized that I was never going to make this story. It would never be anything beyond a theory and a thing that I'd shop around maybe and tell people about. I never made it. And I was pissed. I was so angry. I felt like I felt like I had wasted 3 years of my life because I couldn't get over BCB, because I couldn't get over the community, and I didn't understand, and I just needed to know what was wrong. I didn't, and I maybe, and I felt like if I had known, if I'd just been told like you were banned for this reason because your quality's not good, because you're an asshole, because you're this that, I didn't know what was wrong with me. So because no one ever told me what was wrong with me, I just assumed that it was everything. And so I didn't know what to fix. I didn't know how to fix. I didn't know how to progress. I didn't know what to do. And so I fucking ranted. I remember in college, I used to go out in long nights. I had night classes and I had my own car. And I remember I would sit in my car, and the way that I dealt with it was I would just rant and rave in my car. I'd just think up a random subject. I'd be like, this is what's wrong with this. All right, this is what's wrong with January. This is the problem with December. This is the problem with Jasmine. This is the problem with Lucy. This is the problem with Mike. This is the problem with this, that, and the other. And I'd go on a tangent. I'd just go on and speak and spit out everything that was on my mind. Try to get it all out of me. Try to say something. And I realized that I didn't do anything either. That it was no good. I started to wonder like what was I doing? What was even the point of this? Does this really make me feel better? Does this really accomplish anything? No one hears it. No one's going to hear it because I was gone. Because I was blacklisted. There was nothing to say. And I started to get introspective. I started to wonder like, have I become deluded by this comic? Am I real? Do I really hate this comic, or is this just because of what had been done to me? Is that fair? It's not. Is it fair to criticize it? Are the opinions that I hold uh, just because of my bad experience with the community, or is it because there's actual legitimate problems with the comic? I don't want to be unfair. I don't want to be a liar. I just want I wanted to understand it. And so I fucking sat down one day. I was like, all right. Like I thought about Jasmine. I thought about the character. I'm like, what character do I hate the most? And my was like, I'd go with Jasmine. I don't like Jasmine. Why don't I like Jasmine? Well, I don't like her because this. I don't like that the way that she was introduced. I felt like maybe she I think she could have been it would have been or I don't like the way that she's introduced. She came up as a narrative cock sleeve to Paolo. She was just inserted so that Paolo could have some relationship with somebody. And I don't like that. So I'm like, okay, I basically interviewed myself. I'm like, okay, so then what's what would you do? How would that be fixed? What could be done with this character? And I'm like, well, maybe if we changed it up. What if what if we saw her and what if we changed the way that Paolo meets Jasmine and we just had them meet up like as friends and just like or just as strangers, not even as friends. They're not going to be relationship or anything. They're just they just bump into each other and like they have a talk. Just maybe like outside of class or something. Maybe maybe it's like oh, Jasmine has a free period, and Paolo's skipping class because there's a substitute teacher or something. And they just talk. They talk about nothing. They talk about everything. They talk about themselves. They build their relationship, and they just have a nice scene. And I realized, you know what? That's the best fucking idea I've had in 3 fucking years. That'd make a pretty good idea. Too bad no one's gonna read it. Too bad I'm fucking blacklisted. And I realized fuck it. I can still sign into the Buru. Fuck it, we'll just fucking write it. We'll draw it. We'll put it up. We'll make it. And so I did. And that comic was cool. The comic was called Cool. And I posted it in here before. I'm sure you've read it. Um, and I felt good. It felt nice. I was starting to draw. I was getting into the dialogue. I discovered that hey, I can do this. This is fun. This is nice. I like this dialogue. I was getting positive feedback. People were like, "Hey, this is really nice. I like the way this is good. These characters seem like these characters. That's awesome." And I'm like, "Hey, that's great. That's awesome. I'm feeling good about myself. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling happy. I feel nice." And then I heard from my old friends from the old guard to stop. Oh yeah, that's another part. Do you know why I stopped making the BCB? It wasn't just because I was whittled down. I actually wasn't whittled down to my core until after I ended BZ that comic. I stopped it because Teshi told me to stop. She said, "Stop, just stop," and that shook me. That's when I started to become disenfranchised and done with it. And so imagine like 3 years later, I get a word from the old people that are still okay with Teshi, who can hear her. They're telling me through them that I need to stop, that it's upsetting Teshi, and I don't understand why. I'm so fucking lost. I'm like, this is fucking why? Why? Why do I need to stop? How is this upsetting her? It's just two people fucking talking on a bench and having a good time. How how could this be offensive? How could this be bad? How could anyone look at this scene and be like, this is terrible, and be like, this is offensive? That I am hurt by this. And all they could tell me was, you know what, you know what, BPD is she's got BPD. And no matter what I do, no matter what I make, doesn't matter if it's the nicest, most wholesome, sweetest thing in the world, it wouldn't make a lick of difference because her fucking chemicals, her brain chemistry is telling her that I'm a bad person. And I
That
will
you're a
never
threat.
change. Yes. And nothing I do will ever change that. Nothing I say, nothing that I make will be seen as anything more than that. And I realized why I never made anything for 3 years. It was because I was depressed. And I realized that I was going to become depressed again if I let it stop. But I didn't want to. But I respected to, but in the core of my heart, I respected Teshi. I still loved her. I looked into myself and I looked into what I thought about BCB, and I came out realizing that no, you know what? There was good in this comic. There was something nice. There was something in the inspiration that I had in high school, the way that this comic made me feel. That was real. That was true. And, and he, but but there's nothing I can do about it now. And and when they told me to stop, I I honestly, Cool wasn't supposed to have an ending. It was just meant to be like a I don't know what it's called, but going a comic that goes on forever. Like there's no set ending.
Slice
It
of life.
just does whatever. No, not the slice of life. Like like a radiant quest or whatever. And so, but when they told me that, I'm like, okay, I can't do this. I can't keep doing this. I have to end it. And so that's why it's only 5 pages. I was like, okay, but I'm going to finish this because one of the things that held me down, that irked me throughout everything, that really dug into my skin for those 3 years, was that I never made a long comic. I never saw it to the finish. I never ended anything. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna at least end cool. But I wanted to draw. I was like, I have this. I do have the ability. I have the opportunity. I can't do this, so I have to do something. And so I'm like, okay, maybe if I, okay, I I was listening to songs and I'd be inspired by songs again to fucking make music videos and be like, oh, I can do this. I made this song, this AMV. I had this comic AMV idea that I had for the song is called Railroad by the Zootons, and it's essentially about this guy who's working on the railroad. He has to move away to China because there's no work where he's at anymore, and so he has to move away to work on the railroad in China so that he can feed his family and take care of them. But while he's doing that, he's singing the song. It goes, "Can on the railroad, I dig away the time. I'm singing to the work song with memories in mind of you." And so he's like, "I hope you read my letters. I write them every day. I'll soon be heading eastwards. I'm hammering the nails." And it's all about that. And in the end, I wanted it to be the story of Paolo's dad, where he's going off and he's doing the construction work. He's working the railroad to feed his family to live a happy life, and he's sending the letters and he's trying to take care. And but then once he comes back, once he's is in the end, it's like, "I've saved every penny, my girl. I hope that you have waited out there for all my love when I get home. 'Cause deep down in my heart there's a hole." So if you know Pal's dad, you know how that story ends. He comes back and his wife is gone and she left the baby, and that's how that AMV was going. But then again, I was told, n- uh, that nagging feeling, that nagging fucking thought that, and we talked about this when we talked about January. There's a line in there where Lucy says, I can't go back to that table. I can't live with that. Every if I go back to that table, I would have to see Mike and deal with his burning resentment every day for the rest of my life. That's what I was feeling. That's why I just like, I can't do it. Even though I have this idea and even though I believe in it, even though I know that's good, I can't bring myself to do it. I can't fucking make that. I wasn't really able to. And so I gave up again. And I hated it. I hated myself more because now I knew I could do it. I had the fucking ability. I had the fucking potential. I had an idea. I had an idea and I wanted to see it to fruition, but I couldn't. I couldn't get over it. And so I think I made one last thing, or right. That's when, and I just wanted to do something. I wasn't banned yet. I wasn't banned for the second time yet. I was still able to post on the Buru, but I didn't want to anymore. There was no reason to. Why would I if all I do is just cause pain to Teshi? And so I just looked at some of the old art I did, like, nah, that sucks. And then I came across this one old art piece I did where it was Lucy hanging herself and she's in this wedding dress, and scrawled on the wall are the words "not I." And I read one of the comments and they were like, "Oh, what does this mean?" And I'm like, and I replied to them years ago, uh, "Oh, you'll see." They never did get to see, because that picture was meant to be a tie-in to another music video that I was going to make. I wanted to make an animated music video, a proper handmade fucking honest to god music video, all done, and I had the whole idea set up. I had the scenery. I knew how the scenes were going to go. I knew what I was going to do, and I try it. But this was at the point where I was getting whittled down, and I started to doubt, and could do nothing but doubt myself and be like, it's not good enough. This isn't right. something's wrong, and it never came to fruition. And once I realized that people did care, people did want to see it, people did care about what I was doing, I realized that, you know what, that's my ending bit. And that's when I made the comic music video for Not I, which I believe I posted here as well. And that's when I got banned the second time, making that comic. And I was like, all right, that's it, I'm done. I said to myself, not really understanding that I would never be done, it would never be over. And because once I was done with that, I was once again alone with my thoughts. And I had no ideas, I had no plans, I had no intentions of what to draw. I was uninspired, unmotivated, and I just didn't know what to do. So again, I grew resentful of the comic. I hated it. I hated what it had done to me mentally. I hated that it robbed me of what I loved doing. And I started to again wonder and ask myself questions about, what did I hate? Why do I hate? What's wrong with this? And I decided to start ranting about December. And I should mention, when I talk about ranting, I mean full on just screaming, yelling in my car while on the road, just fucking losing it to nobody in a play argument in my mind, just trying to figure out what the hell the problem was. And so I was like, I'm gonna make it like, and so once I started thinking about December, I started to wonder, like, what's wrong with December? Why do I really hate this? Was it just the comic? Was the actual content? Was what Mike doing? Everyone I talked to says that, Mike was all right. Mike was right. Mike was doing here. It's not out of character. It's not a bad thing. He's just a teenager. That's what he does, and that's fine. And I'm like, why does it? But it feels wrong. Why does it feel wrong? Am I wrong? Am I stupid? Am I not? Are these people saying something that I don't understand? Is there something that I'm not getting here? Or is it just me being overly negative because of the way that I have been in, because of the situation that I was in, and trying to figure it out? Let's figure out what exactly makes this chapter wrong. Why do I hate this so much? And so I made a list. I made a list of like what is wrong with it, and like top 10 things of what's wrong with December. And so I started writing it down, started trying to figure out like what's wrong. And I'm like, okay, so what would you have done? Big Shot, what would you have done to make December better? What could have been done in this situation? How could you solve this fucking puzzle piece, this puzzle box? And I had an idea of like, well, what if we change out, what if instead of Mike, what if Mike didn't like yell and gets put in with Lucy? What if December wasn't there? What if December wasn't a thing? Well, obviously December wasn't a thing, that doesn't solve all the issues. You still have the problems with Mike and Lucy and their relationship being bad. But what would that actually be? It would just be pushing the that would just be pushing the kicking the can down the road. Well, you know what? If Mike didn't yell at Lucy, oh hey, it says in here that he was supposed to be with that Sue. He was supposed to be with Sue. So hey, maybe he went with Sue. And hey, if he's paired with Sue and Sue gets to hear that phone call, then Sue would definitely like tell Lucy about Sandy coming home. And if Lucy tells or if Susan tells Lucy about Sandy coming home, then maybe that would allow her to like maybe do something. But ew, and maybe and because all the problems are this way than that, then maybe I have an idea. Maybe I have a really big idea. Maybe there's a good idea here. What if we make a fucking yeah? And that's when I made January. I made it's like I'm going to make it. I'm going to make a story. I'm going to make a story for Lucy. Something where I'm going to make the story that we never got, where she has a purpose, where she has a fucking voice, where she is able to be proactive, where she's able to do something, and it's gonna be everything that I want, whatever I do. And as I made it, I developed better. I started to become more objective, started to see beyond the bullshit, and started to really piece together, started to brainstorm and figure out what works, what doesn't, what do I want, what does it, what do I want, what does this need, what story, how do I want to write this, how do I connect these things, and it worked that way. And then through that, I just never did find solace in with Teshi. I think I did see her at a con, and she apologized to me.
Oh, that's
But
nice.
yeah, but then again, I was still blocked and stuff, and
Oh.
so it's not really. But yeah, and especially with the stuff that happened with the Kickstarter stuff, it's clear that it's not that much. But nonetheless, I realized that, you know what? I don't fucking need it. I don't need, because there was a person when I was working on January. There was um a friend of mine came up. It was this fuck. I wasn't a friend with them. They were just kind of like a classmate. Never really interacted too much. I'd say hi to them whenever I passed by them because they were neat. They were all right. And I say, "Hey, Dottie," and she's like, "Hey, it's you. I remember you did this stuff." And she saw me drawing the comic, and she's like, "Hey, you're doing that comic still?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm still doing the comics. I'm still drawing. It's great, yeah." And she's like, "Oh, that's nice. Hey, can I see it?" Or wait, no, or she's like, "Oh no," or I was like, "Hey, do you want to see?" She's like, "Oh no. I wanted to wait until it's done. You know, remember like that? Oh, remember like when I told you I'd only read it once it's finished." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Well, hey, I was sorry. I didn't mean to. Oh, okay. I'll make sure to give it to you once it's done." And she's like, "Yeah, cool, whatever." And she went by, and I sat there for a second because I was like, weird. I haven't done January. I had only been doing January for like a month at that point, like a few months. How does she know about this? And I realized that she wasn't talking about January. She was talking about when I was drawing the Bittersweet Zombie Bowl. She was talking about when I was doing the comics in high school. The shitty comics that were so bad that it got me basically cyberbullied for a year. And I realized then that, those people that cared, they really did care. They really did mean what they said. They really were looking forward to it. And they'd never get to read that comic. They'd never get to read what happens. And they were robbed as I was robbed. And I don't owe them that. And I realized there's a number of times where this stuff, um, you don't realize this whole thing with BCB has been like I don't know, has it been like 10 years now? Yeah. It's been a 10-year long fucking self rehabilitation trip trying to deal with depression and just the little fucking strikes that blocks that I've had. I literally, I remember being in my car one time and like drawing a page for cool and just stopping, getting into like a uh, a fucking haze in a fugue state where I couldn't do anything and I could but listen as a song played. The song being Cool by No Doubt. And I remember that. And it just triggered this this memory in my mind of when I did the comic dub of Unmarried Melodies and I sang that song and I loved that song and I was shaking. as I just I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything but focus on it until the song stopped. And that's when I realized I had a problem. I realized that this comic has messed with me. It broke me. And I have been trying to fight it and take it back this whole time. That's why I keep doing it. That's why I keep doing the rants. Because I have stuff to say. And I know that people have that. Other people, I'm not alone. There's those that, as sad as it is, as terrible as my story is, what's worse is that I'm not alone. I know that there are people who've had it worse. I know people who have probably never. I know there are people who aren't here today because they couldn't get through it. And I am sad for that. That's why I have to say these things. Because I worry that no one else will, as nobody else can. They're not either because they're too afraid, because they physically cannot anymore, because they can't find the words, or because their words have left them. That's why I have to end this. And once this comic is done, it's done. Remember that. There is an end for you. You just need to see it. Don't fucking find the end in someone else's virtue. Don't find it in someone else's apology. Find it in yourself. And once it's there, be happy. Be happy with yourself. And that's all I gotta say about that.
Right. I think we spent more time doing that than we read the
Yeah.
actual comic. Look,
I'm
all I
sorry,
know
yeah.
is
You
that
fucking got me into a fucking trance. I fucking hate. I've told that story like 5 times, and every time I'm just fucking. I've always wanted. I've always hated fucking talking about it. I'm like, oh.
well, it's all on stream now.
All right.
I'm
One's watching.
I'm just happy. All I know is that these videos and these stories, people really enjoyed them, and I've proven that regardless of whatever anyone might think, it's still possible to reach that audience. Sure, Tashi and Suitcase are probably not happy about it, but that hasn't stopped people from enjoying it or openly enjoying it on the channel. And so long as people enjoy these videos, then I'm gonna keep making them. And I enjoy making them and writing the stories. BCB has inspired me and it has allowed me to explore creativity in a way that I haven't really been able to before. And Tashi, for better or for worse, has taught me a lot about how to tell a story and has really opened my mind onto what could be possible. So I guess I have it because I would always write fragments of a story, but I could never like do a whole cohesive thing until now. In fact, Scarf and Bow is the longest thing I've ever written, which granted I only really started writing around the end of last year when I was writing Cream Colored Joy. But I'm really looking forward to Kazuna and the Candyverse of Chaos. I really hope we get I have a video written. I'm going to really pitch the hell out of this thing. I hope we can get a lot of writers on board because I think this story could be a lot of fun. I would really love to get it adapted as a comic / animatic dub thing. I think that would be epic. And I don't do what I do for the creators. If Tashi and Suitcase enjoy some of these videos from time to time, that's awesome too. I would be happy. I would like to know if there's at least one video I've made that they were like, okay, that one's pretty good. Maybe they enjoy the In Defense of Lucy video, or maybe it's one of the meme videos. But if there's at least one video, then I can be happy with that. I just wish they didn't hate me so much. It's almost a little comical, but like I said, I don't do what I do for them. I do it for everybody. And if they enjoy it too, then that's awesome. And I wish that they would understand the value. I guess they have a bunch of people making fan stuff for it, but I wish they would at least appreciate and understand the value of the time and effort spent, not just from the stuff I've made, but from the countless years you've spent on the stuff that you've made. It feels like banning people has only made people want to do stuff more. It's crazy. I don't think I would have even started the BCB Fannel if I hadn't gotten banned. So in some ways, they created their own worst enemy.
Yeah, they tend to do that.
So, I mean, just saying, I probably wouldn't have. Actually, I probably would have ended up writing Cream Colored Joy. That was for another reason. But the BCB Fannel probably wouldn't have been started. But I'm glad I did. I'm glad I can entertain people, and I've liked a lot of these videos that I've made, and it's allowed me, like you said, to get all this anger, not anger, but frustration off your chest. But it's gratifying, and I'm glad that I've been able to introduce people to the comic through these videos. And we just keep on going up and up and up. We're at 122 subscribers. I didn't even think we were going to reach 100. I was surprised we reached 50, but I made that Why I Was Banned video, and that got us to 100. So I was like, whoa, here we go. Hold on to your butts. It's about to get wild. My next phase is to try to do more community-driven stuff, but that's kind of difficult. We'll
You'll
see.
find
I think it's a little bullshit that people are discouraged, actively discouraged, and can get in trouble for being in fan servers and associating with people that Tashi and Suitcase don't like. That's a bit too much. I think objectively people would say that is a bit too much. Somebody, I was telling this story to somebody else, and they were like, what, do they think that you're like part of some anti BCB cabal? And I was like, yes, actually they do. Which is unfortunate, because I feel like I've proven the reason people are mad and they're frustrated and they say the things that they do is because you constantly push them away, or like you do things that aren't fair. And if it wasn't for that, people would be like, oh, well, sometimes they do things that I don't agree with, but they're overall good people. But then it's like basically everything. How many times have I heard the tale, I got banned and it was for no reason?
Yeah.
How many times have I mentioned BCB to people and they're like, oh, fuck that comic, I hate the people that make it? It happens more often than you guys realize. And it's crazy. It's absolutely mental. A lot of people stopped reading the comic years ago because they just got fed up with it. It doesn't have to be this way. I don't understand what would have to happen to make any difference. What if everyone just quit the Patreon? What if everyone just stopped subbing to the Patreon? Would something change? Would there be a change made? What if a bunch of people left the official Discord and joined mine, or the other Safe for Work BCB Discord? Would things change, or would that just be a double down moment and it would be like nothing's gonna change? We're just gonna go twice as hard and down the path that we're going, rather than saying maybe we should reflect and reconsider the way that we've treated some people.
I think
Now,
she just end it.
I'm not saying that everyone who was banned was innocent. There are probably people that deserve to be banned. I'm not saying like, oh, they ban innocent people all the time. No. Not by all means, no. I'm sure there are people out there who probably deserve it. I'm sure there are people that Amazil could probably think of. I could understand banning somebody like Shim or Leslie or, whatever. But there's also a lot of people who are good people that just get upended because they're not good enough. And I'm tired of this scarlet letter because of a stupid reason that has nothing to do with anything. But I think I've proven that through these videos and the support of the fan fiction community that that I'm not a bad guy, and I just enjoy the comic, and I want to enjoy it with the rest of the community. Well,
Yeah.
I was gonna make a comment about the fan. Oh yeah, it's interesting. I think Chrono said something along the lines that Cream Color Joy basically, and I think Scarf and Bow basically relit the fire of the BCB fanfiction community because it was kind of dead. Like most of the stuff was written by Chrono, and that was on fanfiction.net. The BCB, there was only like 2 pages of BCB fanfiction, and it was like a full page and then like one fic, or maybe it was even less than that when I started writing Cream Color Joy and Scarf and Bow. Now there's like 3 full pages of fanfiction, and like there's more continuously coming. And I'm trying to like, when there's like a little bit of a fire and you're like, you're trying to get the fire going. I'm constantly always commenting and praising the work people have done, because one, reading other people's stuff, it I learn from that. Two, it's allowing me to become a better reviewer of things and understanding things by saying, okay, I don't want to say, oh, this is good. I want to be able to sit down and explain to you why this works or why something doesn't work. But I would say mostly these fan fictions have been really great. People in the community have written some really awesome stuff. And Amazon, if you ever get the time, I would highly recommend reading some of this stuff. I think you would really enjoy it. It's a lot of Paulo X Mike stuff. Those are some of the bigger ones. And there's a really nice Abby X Augustus story that's going on now that I need to reread and write a review for.
Nah, the ship sailing is all over for me.
No, not even Paulo X, his half sister.
Look, the thing
speaking
is,
of,
I am not. I've said this before. False Idol is the end, and it has to be. I don't want to fucking be in here anymore. I'm going to make my own hole. I'm gonna dig myself out. I've been working so hard to get it, and this is it. I don't need to. I don't want to be suckered in anymore. I don't need it.
did you see that I tagged you in the that one picture of Sue and McCain at the desk? Did you see that?
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I may have forgotten.
Hold up.
Where is it?
You know where it is. Let's see. It was like a recent image that had been commissioned on for Affinity. But yeah, people really want, even QM wants me would read a Paulo and meeting his half sister story. Which is funny. I actually was thinking about it a lot at work. I have a lot of good ideas for it. I don't think I'm gonna make them do the do, because that would be kind of fucked up. But I think it would be interesting if they didn't realize it and they fell in love, and then yeah, here it is. I don't think I tagged you in it. Hold up. I'm just gonna be very careful because I don't want to accidentally send this to the wrong person or show it on stream. There. That's the one. I was like, ha ha ha.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
So be on the lookout. You guys don't have any clue how many fanfiction ideas I have. And I keep adding to the list. Anyway, it is now 12:30 in the morning for me. We've been streaming for 3 hours, and we could have probably done the rest of Volume 3. But it's been a good chat. So we're going to end it here. And my final word is I do enjoy this comic. Tashi and Suitcase frustrate me sometimes. I wish that things weren't the way they were. I know I talk shit, but like I said, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't actually enjoy it, if it didn't inspire me. and it's inspired a lot of people, and we've built up a nice community, and I think that's great. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. You got anything to say?
Yes. Hold on to that energy. Burn it at both ends. Burn it until you're done. And don't stop until you choose to. Don't let anyone else decide when you stop.
Cool. All right. Good night, everyone. The stream.
You know what's